Esteemed dignitaries, distinguished speakers, industry experts, researchers, and participants, a very warm welcome to all. It's an honor to welcome you all to this one-day workshop on e-mobility transition, challenges and opportunities, jointly organized by Center for Climate Change and Disaster Management, Anna University, in collaboration with the Institution of Green Engineers. The future is green energy, sustainability, and renewable energy. Today, we gather to explore one of the most critical transformations in the energy sector, the shift towards e-mobility. This transition is not about replacing the conventional vehicles with electric ones. It represents a paradigm shift in sustainable energy adoption, infrastructure planning, reshaping industries, redefining policies, economic growth, and revolutionizing the way we commute. We have an exciting lineup of insightful keynote sessions, panel discussions, and interactive deliberations that will provide valuable perspectives on e-mobility. Energy and sustainability are the future, but respect for our roots guides us forward. To mark the auspicious beginning of today's event, let us raise for Tamil Nadu as a tribute to our culture and tradition.
சீராரும் வதனமென திகழ்பரத கண்களில் தெக்கணமும் மறு சிறந்த திராவிடனது திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறையுடனும் தரித்தனரும் இடகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மலக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிடமை திறமிழந்த செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
Thank you. It's my privilege to invite Professor Dr. S. Kanmani, Head Department of Civil Engineering and Director in Charge, Center for Climate Change and Disaster Management, to deliver the welcome.
Good morning, Manila present. It's a great privilege to welcome this August gathering. And at first, I'd like to give a very warm welcome to Dr. N. Anita ma'am, and the chief guest for today's function, Head of Education and Employment Division at the State Planning Commission. Anna University is committed to work with the State Planning Commission in different aspects of environment and climate change projects. Madam, we are very happy to welcome you for this program, ma'am. And we are requesting your kind support and encouragement for all the upcoming activities and project works of with Anna University. And I'm very happy to welcome Dr. Ramchandran sir. And sir is the Chief Minister, Governing Council member, and Tamil Nadu Climate Change Mission and Emeritus Professor at CDM. Indeed, the founding director of Center for Climate Change and Disaster Management. And he is instrumental for that. And the climate science got initiated at Anna University at the Center for Climate Change and Disaster Management by Dr. Ramachandran sir as early as 2008, 17 years back. And so he had contributed significantly and with respect to climate science, and his only vision is to take the climate literacy to as many students as possible. All the students who are here, we are very happy to see you and to welcome you and for your interest that you have shown, especially with respect to the climate science in which this one-day workshop on e-mobility, transition challenges and opportunities. This is also new to us that we are also going to learn along with the experts who are there. And I'm happy to welcome all the students who have come all the way. I understand about 100 participants are here and from different colleges and especially SRM BSA and MGR University and also institution of what is that? Institution of IGEN, Institution of Green Engineers. In fact, we were working with the Institution of Engineers for a long time period. And recently, I got introduced to Institution of Green Engineers. Our madam, computer science madam only, all the time she used to mention about Institution of Green Engineers. I understand that. Okay, your team is so committed and working very hard. And so, especially even though you have started recently, and so you were so passionate to take about all these networking activities and to take the climate change research, etc., to as many students as possible. We are very happy to work with you in this small collaboration, and let us look forward for more opportunities to work with the long run. And I'm very happy to welcome the president of you are the president, yeah, president of the program, Dr. Ramesh, Mr. Ramesh, and also our engineer, Dr. Balamurugan, executive engineer, very powerful at Tamil Nadu Electricity Board. Very happy to welcome you, sir. And so, if e-mobility, e-vehicles are introduced more in numbers towards sustainable transportation, then you are supposed to burn so much of coal, and then only electricity production could happen. It is ultimately we are earlier concerned about per capita water consumption, LPCD, 135 liter per capita per day. Let us talk about per capita energy consumption, etc. And in this context that Mr. Engineer Bala Murugan sir, and so he is working with this collaboration. Very happy to welcome you, sir, and thank you for your precious time here with our team. And of course, the former director and my dear colleague, Professor William Joseph. So he was instrumental with respect to this CCG collaboration, climate compatible growth in the last 2 years, 1.5 years. Okay, extensive networking works have been carried out by him with the support of this ACG. I'm very happy to welcome you, Professor. I hope that whatsoever efforts that you have put up now that you are all able to we are all able to enjoy the benefits. So happy to welcome you, Professor. Try to continue to do all these good activities for the benefit of young students. I'm so happy to welcome our young team, Triple CDM, everyone. And I don't want to mention, but the entire team, especially Ms. Divya. And Divya is like, I could say that even though I have taken up the charge, maybe very recently, very young, and not even 1 month old director. So she is providing me the maximum comfort and taking care, ma'am. This moment we are doing, need to do this, ma'am. This moment it is like, so they are like providing that kind of comfort and taking up the responsibility. And this is what very much essential for any kind of professionals to become very successful, very committed team. And so very happy to welcome Divya and all the team and also the non-teaching staff and every one of you. Hearty welcome to this. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your warm welcome. I now request Professor Dr. Kurian Joseph former Director, Center for Climate Change and Disaster Management, to honor Dr. N. Anita, Head of Education and Employment Division, State Planning Commission. I now invite Dr. Kurian Joseph sir to honor Professor Dr. A. Ramachandran, CM's Darling Council member, Tamil Nadu Climate Change Mission, and Emeritus Professor, CCDM, and IUS.
Oh no.
I request Dr. S. Kanwali ma'am to honor Professor Dr. Kurian Joseph. I request Dr. L. Ramesh sir, President IGEN, to honor Dr. S. Kanwali.
அப்படி கூட கொடுங்க ஏன்னா half an hour late இருக்கு. Sorry.
I now invite Professor Dr. Kurian Joseph, former Director, Center for Climate Change and Disaster Management, to share his perspectives on climate compatibility.
Respected Professor Dr. Eliza, Professor Dr. A. and Professor Dr. S. Kanwani, order distinguished speakers, invite is and very good morning to all of you, and hearty congratulations to British Media and also Institution of Green Engineers for attempting, especially this young team of people, to talk about the challenges. Challenges are always opportunities of green mobility. I'll take just 5 minutes to just brief you about this climate compatible growth program. This is a research support program supported by UK government. There are about 10 UK institutions sort of to have this program sheet with you. On the top of that, all these institutions are listed, starting with Loughborough University, Oxford. So like that, 10 UK institutions are there. All of them are academic research leaders. Now, they have partnered with the UK government to support the developing countries related to the challenges, address the challenges of energy transition. So, of course, they support 7 countries, including India. And in India, the support is extended through 2 partner institutions, one in South and one in North. In the South, we have Center for Climate Change and Disaster Management as the national partner to this program. Now, what this program provides is this kind of networking opportunities. That is one kind of opportunity it provides. Second, it provides research opportunity. Means there are 2 funding opportunities. One is called Southern Partnership Fund and another is called Flexible Research Fund. Those who are interested, all this information is available on the website of CCG. So you just CCG program, you will get all this detail. So this is the two. The third thing this program is looking for is how we can support policy makers by bringing out policy briefs, policy documents. So this meet, I expect that we'll be able to bring out a policy brief, and we have representative from our state planning commission here, and is Madam. So she'll be glad to receive what kind of recommendations are there for policy makers to take this e-mobility transition. So that is what we expect. Now, how this CCG program operates is through special interest group. There are three special interest groups. One focus on sustainable energy transition, and Dr. Bala is the co-chairman of that special interest group. I'm very glad that he is taking very active role. We have two more special interest groups. One focus on circular economy, and third one focusing on climate resilient cities. Now, if they're able to address these three things, sustainable energy transition, circular economy, and climate resilient cities, then we'll be able to have this climate compatible growth. Growth addressing mitigation as well as adaptation. That is what is climate compatible growth. Since we have a long list of discussions topics covering the different challenges, we'll be having more interactions. And if you want to know anything more about this history program, Dr. Divya is available here. We are all available. So please keep connected. This program support will be for next 5 years. So I thank once again the organizing team for connecting 1,000+ people. I think they are online, and wish you all the best. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your insightful thoughts. It's my honor to invite Professor Dr. A. Ramachandran, CM's Governing Council member, Tamil Nadu Climate Change Mission, and Emeritus Professor, Center for Climate Change and Disaster Management, Anna University, to deliver the felicitation.
Morning to you all. Distinguished guests, dais of the dais, and my dear learned engineers, and dear students. I'm so happy to be here. In Tirupura, there is a word. இன்றதில் பெரிதுபற்றும் தன்மகனை சான்றோர் என கேட்ட தாய். ஒரு தாய்க்கு எப்ப சந்தோஷம் வரும்னு கேட்டீங்கன்னா, அவளுக்கு ஆளாகி அவையில முந்தி இருந்தா அதை பார்த்து சந்தோஷப்படுவார் தாய். Same thing was happening with FPA. Somewhere 2008, I started this institute. People were laughing at me. What is this? This climate change small complex. For this, why should we have a center about that? That man is from the Forest Service, Indian Forest Service, resigned and came here, but for this conference and all that. They thought about it. But I continuously prayed God, and I committed myself continuously and went on improving it with the help of so many people, government of Tamil Nadu, government of India, so many, especially GS or German people. So today I'm seeing everyone, especially seeing youngsters, I'm so happy. Now, why suddenly this e-vehicle, everywhere e-vehicle? And people are talking two words very often. Smart city, smart city, smart city, green building, green engineers, green. What is this smart city? Youngsters, anybody? What is smart? I'm very smart with my interest. Yeah, no, is not smart. Not smart. What is smart? Smart means what is smart? It is simply energy efficiency. Very energy efficiency. My forefathers, they used in this Sadhan Rundubar, this commercial bulb that utilized 40 volt. 40 volt bulb, now I brought it to 2 volt. So I'm reducing emission. Why I should reduce emission? Because I am getting electricity through which I am doing a very big havoc to the atmosphere by increasing the carbon dioxide. So problem is with the carbon dioxide. Our forefathers period, we had 274 ppm of carbon dioxide concentration in the atmosphere. Very simple, it's a thing. 274 ppm, everybody used to live nicely, agriculture completely, whether your forefather or my forefather, all are agreed. Armia Madu, Vandi, the e-mobile bus and those bullock cart. Bullock cart and nice life we enjoy. Our forefathers. 7 o'clock they finish the dinner. 7:30 they go for 8 o'clock they go for sleep. But all without any drama or something, they will go spend some more time. Otherwise, all will sleep by end of 8:30. So early morning they will get up by 3 o'clock and they do agriculture work as usual. In between that, the climate was so nice. In midnight, they used to have blanket to wrap them. இன்னைக்கு யாராவது blanket போடுறீங்களா? அடிக்கிறது மதியம் நைட் 2 மணிக்கு தான் அதிகமான ஒரு உருக்கம் இருக்கு. நைட் diurnal temperature is increase. இதுக்கெல்லாம் மூல காரணம் 274 ppm ஆன மூதாதைய காலத்துல இருந்தது. Why 274 ppm I am telling? எல்லாரும் தெரியும் யங்ஸ்டர்ஸ் எல்லாம் நல்லா கவனிப்பா சின்ன மேட்டர் இது. பட் யூ மஸ்ட் லேர்ன். மூவி படைக்கும் போது இது மட்டும்தான் ஒரு டெம்பரேச்சரோட மாமா இருக்கு. மற்ற பிளானட்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்து கம்ப்ளீட் மைனஸ் டிகிரி. If you go to a moon, it is minus 400 degree. If you go to sun, it is 4,500 degree etc. If you go nearby 2 million kilometers, it will burn you. So other planets are either heat or minus degree. Why this Earth alone it skips some warmth? That is due to the carbon dioxide belt, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, a small amount of hormone, but carbon dioxide is main. 274 ppm of belt available all around the globe. So this 274 ppm, the carbon dioxide is trap the partial heat and retain it for livelihood. That's why it's called greenhouse gas. It gives you life. When it gives life, that is called greenhouse gas. So carbon dioxide and nitrous oxide and a small carbon monoxide, small quantity, methane something. But main is carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide gives warmth on the Earth's surface. All right, it gives the 15 degree average. All right, millions of years it gives a 15 degree average, night hours about 12 degree, 15 degree, daytime 26 degree. Our ancestors enjoyed nicely millions of years. Suddenly after 1800, our fellows started our industrial revolution in abroad, European countries, especially England, then American and so on, all European countries and Japan, finally China, then India. Then we gradually towards the industrialization, and over the period of time, the carbon dioxide increased to today 422 ppm. Instead of 274 ppm, we are now at 422 ppm. So the increased amount of this behavior of the carbon dioxide, they retain the heat partially and send it. Now, 274 in nature kept it. Now we artificially created another 40% of the area. So another 40% of the heat we enjoy. That's what the nature is giving. So when we disturb now, all right, they disturb. People were crying after 1990. They were crying, good scientists and faithful people on the global surface. They were crying, ecologists, they were all crying. Say, come on, Devo. Carbon dioxide is increasing. Please stop it, stop it, stop. Nobody was willing to stop. Then good people, always some being in the forum. Some people work for the country. Some people work for the student. Good people are always there everywhere. So the good scientists, they all cried. And they said, let us come on, have a UN group, to have a common group and discuss it. Then they discussed, they found that it's a danger, and the projection given by scientists was alarming. So what to do? Then they came and the UN joined at Kyoto 1997. 97 Kyoto Protocol, first protocol, they were alarmingly, they explained to the world that you are going towards danger. Unless otherwise you minimize the carbon dioxide emission, it is very, very, very pathetic. So what shall we do? At the time only things were emerged, and we are reaching today only. 97 Kyoto Protocol in Japan, December 15th of 1997 only emerged out. They were cried. Some scientists cried, no, you minimize. Otherwise, world will be very bad after 2000. They said 2000. Now we crossed 2024, 24, 25. Now we are realizing what happened. Now we have to minimize it. They gave work program. Only energy must be efficient. That is called sufficient. Smart. Whatever may be energy efficient, use the energy efficient everywhere. Wherever you are using, starting from cables, starting from switch, starting from grid management, starting from the thermal power station, everywhere see that our energy efficiency is improved and cogeneration activities are started like that. They did so many technical dams and they were reducing country, they have been engaged in it. Now, what is the problem now? After Kyoto Protocol, nobody cooperated perfectly. Then they, meanwhile, everywhere disasters. Everywhere disasters. Here all cyclones, earthquakes, and so many tornadoes, so many flood and heavy floods suddenly. Last year you might have had this Arabian flood. Arabia never seen flood. These camels never seen frozen area. So they got isolates on their body. So many nature indicated so badly. நீங்க எல்லாம் சாவ போறீங்கப்பா உங்க மாதிரி the nature is being listened. After that only they are whole community, international community alerted. Let us join, like protocol, let us join together and we will come to a concrete conclusion. So they came and joined in 2015 Paris Agreement came. Paris Agreement came, this international people, they pressed all the people, come on, you all country bloody fellows must give a nationally determined contribution. NDC. That's called nationally determined contribution. What of my dear youngsters, it all will be asked by the in the DK when you attend competitive. So NDC came. So our people in India also they voluntarily they are forced to give the NDC. So we gave the NDC. And the Prime Minister signed and gave the NDC. What did the NDC say is nationally determined contribution? All we are going to 30 to 35% of non-fossil fuel before 2030. First problem. We are given a first problem. Before 2030, we are all going to be 35% of non-fossil fuel. Second one is very important. We are not bothered because energy side they are bothering only energy, and of course people are there putting a lot of investment on energy and technology, so they are roaming. Plus, they are duty. But second one is enhancing carbon sink. Carbon sink means plants only they are the scrubber of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Nobody can scrub or absorb the carbon dioxide. So let us have a 2.3 billion tons of carbon dioxide emission reduction through carbon sink. So two only. So now we are sitting for the first agenda of this first reduction of the conventional energy and go for non-fossil fuel. In non-fossil fuel, 35% reduction is not easy. So what can we do? The government is taking various methodology. About 240 parameters are there to have energy efficiency. Starting from our AC, starting from our LED, starting from our PowerPoint, starting from our laptop, starting from camera, starting from even the very smart watches and spectacles. Everywhere energy entered. A to Z they entered. How to reduce it? Otherwise, you will not be certified. It's a problem. International communities are pressing. Come on, you have a smart, you have a green. So they are all now pressurized. And this is another one thing. This why suddenly EV vehicle. You are on EV vehicle, you are coming. You are coming. So no, we know that EV vehicles are overall cost wise, manufacturing cost and maintenance cost and all that cheaper. Because this is not fossil fuel involved. We are not using any fossil fuel. We will put a solar panel tomorrow, and this panel we will charge our car, and we will go up to daily 200 kilometers. If you want to have further things, extra add one more battery, you will get 400 kilometers. So days will come in the course of time, days will come, all petrol bunks will be in some other form. After 5-6 years later, I am telling you, this kind of lighting will not be there. This kind of mics will not be there. All nanotechnology will come. All குண்டூசி லெவலுக்கு வந்து எல்லாமே சின்னதா இருக்கும். E-vehicle you are talking to today, tomorrow E-vehicle மொட்டையா இருக்கும். சின்ன ஒரு மீன் கண் மாதிரி ஒரு பல்ப் லைட் மட்டும் இருக்கும். Tomorrow அவ்வளவுதான் இருக்கும். After your period, that my period, within 5 years will going to happen because Holland, Philips and people are working very hard on R&D. Japan is also an automobile sector, Kia and Hyundai, they are also working on. They are going to have a very energetic 1 volt, half volt bulb in the night in the automobile. So your side engine people, mechanical engineers and automobile engineers, they are working out on very smart engineering, small pack, a small engine. how to make this engine to drag the four-wheel at the car 120 kilometers. After all, the four wheels should be driven now at 120 kilometers or 140 kilometers. That is our main objective. So for which we need a small motor without any non-fossil fuel. No petrol, no diesel. So what happened? We are bringing a e-vehicle. E-vehicle in climate lens is a fact as a very good carbon footprint. We can have our carbon footprint by adding this amount of this much of e-vehicle through which we are minimizing this much of carbon dioxide. My objective is to reduce carbon dioxide. So you are one of the component of reducing carbon dioxide. So please come, sir, sit, we'll discuss. We will please improve your technology. Bring all the vehicles now to the India, to the e-vehicle. Like that we are telling. In between, there are called OPEC, oil and petroleum inspector countries. They did a lot of regulation everywhere so not to allow the e-vehicle for right now 20 years. After 1997, they would have did immediately the research and they would have thrown the e-vehicle long time back. But the corruption in international, recognition was more, and the OPEC country, they cajoled every country not to go for e-vehicles, not to go for solar panel immediately. Because coal suppliers are there, coal they want to supply. So all retablism all over the countries, especially 134 countries in internationally developing countries, including India, due to heavy corruption, is unable to move the e-vehicles and the solar panel and so many things and so on. So it is youngsters your duty. Youngsters, if you give the solar panel manufacturing technology to Kandiapete and the Tanambade rowdies, no jail, nothing. They will prepare nice daily 10 photovoltaic cells. See, government should concentrate on this indigenous preparation. Youngsters are very good. My university students, the only thing is they are lack of fund. They are all from rural background. If you provide fund, they will do anything. I am requesting the executives from side from all. You are coming from the energy sector. Take at least one student in your hand, train them, and that fellow will definitely give you more production. So e-vehicle, it's very good efficiency and calm. It is a very calm. No need of this much of harm and all that. Everybody will go nice silently. Carbon footprint will increase. And no time pipes. You after a long time, you will not see back till time pipes with on the suit, carbon suit. No carbon suit, no black color. So all the carbons we are converting this carbon, or if you utilize the carbon in a proper way, that also very dynamic. Now the all e-vehicle, all the semiconductors, all the electronic products, all these things are within the carbon nanotubes. And so another side, your side, people you may not know, the supply to your engine, metal is from carbon nanotube. So that only resists up to 400 degrees. Up to 400 degrees ordinarily that metal will resist. So carbon is helping other way. So how best we can observe the carbon that source from the thermal power, converting into carbon tube. Carbon tube is going to occupy your all electronic e-vehicles after within 10 years. So this kind of each helping each other. So one side is helping us developing carbon from carbon nanotube to this one. Black carbon people are using to repair pneumatic tires. Black carbon means a dusty particulates from the thermal power. They are collecting and reusing to pneumatic tires. The black tires, no tire is black due to only black charcoal or soot obtained from the thermal powers or high furnace powers. So like that, people are integrating without our knowledge. So they are giving you as a product, you sell it and get your percentage, you take it like that. We know only small thing, but science is big, involved in this deep science, and to bring it all these things, ultimately see that carbon dioxide is reduced in the atmosphere. So I'm requesting every one of you, please act to this time, rise to the occasion, do good things to the country. You earn money, you enjoy life nicely, without any tension, keep the family nicely. With all these things behind, one thing is keep the nation happy, keep the atmosphere happy, then everybody will be happy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. To inaugurate this significant event, we are privileged to have Dr. N. Anita, Head of Education and Employment Division, State Planning Commission with us today. May I now invite Dr. Anita ma'am to deliver the inauguration.
Good morning to you all. see my position. The founder director is here. He is passionate enough. From 2007, he is created a center and was passionately working for nearly 30 years. With that essence, he gave a talk. After that, people like me coming and giving a talk is a Herculean task. Somehow I have to justify for my praise. This is the academicians, the smart. I start from first words. The smart academicians, administrators, and industrial people of the day, on the dais, and my fellow students. Young minds are here. I always the mode of interacting with you all. Are you all smart? I agree. Why? How? No, that is not. That is the way we are misleading ourselves. You are smart. You are investing your time, your potential, your energy, and you are focusing yourselves to the development of a nation, and you are investing your time for the development of the e-vehicle or decreasing the carbon level in the global scenario, that too in India, that too in Tamil Nadu. You are investing, you are ready to contribute, you are young, energetic mind, you are young innovators, you are more than a researcher. That way, you may feel proud of yourself and you start working for the betterment of our country. Do you know the urbanization level that is happening across the world? It is nearly 2.5% rate is going urban. Urbanization is happening the rate of 2.5% per year. India is still ahead of 3%. And Tamil Nadu is more than 3.5%. That much urbanization is happening in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is always taking his collar and telling us, we are the powerhouse of India. We are the energy capital of India, economic capital of India. At one side, we are feeling proud and we are pride of that moment. The other side, we are facing the consequences. All the industries, all kind of industries are ready to invest in Tamil Nadu because of its long coastal area, climatic conditions, conducive environment, roads, and many other feasible things, that is the conducive things for them. They are ready to invest. And it is the golden opportunity for you all. The topic is challenges and opportunities. If the challenges are X numbers, the opportunities are X for N. You are all in the right period to solve this issue and make the globe as a livable one for the future generation. That way, you have to find the difference between a research and an innovation. Research will always happen in an educational institution. That is periodic way of acquiring knowledge. With that knowledge, they have to do research. They have to come up with the outcome and submit as a paper, research paper. Research in the very reputed journals, they will submit as a paper and they will move on to next problem. You people, innovators, people like you, innovators, will have a passion to solve an issue and you look for an outcome that is available in the research papers and you will take it up and you will practice it and you will make it as usable to the society. That way, your contribution is more important than the research work that is happening in educational institutions. In educational institutions are always welcome the industries to have collaborations in order to maintain the ecosystem between the academia and the industry. Then that is research and innovation are go hand in hand. Then only there will be a that is the development will be in steps. The future will be future will be perfectly designed. The research without innovation, like library books in the closed chapters. If innovation alone is there is no research, then it is like trial and error method, you will contribute little. Sometimes serendipity may happen. And if you want once in thousands will achieve, then both will go hand in hand. That is, collaboration is more important. That comes the sustainable development goal. Start has talked, given a broad picture of it. Sustainable development goal, you are all know there are 17 goals. It is clubbed into 5 P's: people, planet, prosperity, peace, and partnership. People and planet, we have to maintain an ecosystem with the planet. We have to give, planet is giving all the goods to us, but we are harming the planet here a lot. That ecosystem should be maintained. We, not only for us, for all the living beings in the planet, we have to work. Then only there should be a gradual progress. If progress happens, then only peace will be there. This all will happen only because of partnership between the nations, between the states, between the institutions, and people like you. You have to interact with everyone, exchange your ideas, exchange your thoughts, and you will definitely win in your achievements. You have to position yourself. Where are you? Yes, I will tell you a few points. That is, there are, sir talked about carbonization. There are 3 types of carbonization: industrial carbonization, energy carbonization, industrial decarbonization, energy decarbonization, and mobility decarbonization. The first 2 are institution oriented. The government will take care of, and it is taking many steps through policies, interventions, monitoring, evaluating what is happening, and it is observing globally, and it is trying to reduce. We are developing, it is giving out number of strategies to reduce. The mobility decarbonization is mostly on the hands of the people to use the vehicles. That is, we have to use smart vehicles like our metro and other e-transportation things. And most people, they will use cars for their mobility, or cars or two-wheelers, autos, and other means. You have to think the psychological aspect of the people, why they are using that kind of transportation, individual transportation. That psychology has to be for their comfort, for their timing, cost, safety, and so many other factors are there. That should be addressed by the government to make use of that. The people has to move to the mass transportation means, transit means. All these steps are taken, but the people, that individual, the public has to aware of all those things. And the researchers like to, innovators like to have, you have to position yourself in a particular area, and you have to passionately, with the perseverance, long years, you have to work on it to come out with a permanent solution for it. Otherwise, you will prepare some gadgets, the gadgets will be out of date within few years. That is, the transformations are happening in a fastest speed. Then your way of then your invention is of light birth. It will end in a couple of years or months or decades. But if you are in depth, you are passionate, you are decided yourself to positioning you in a particular problem, and you have to orient with the academicians and the earlier researchers, innovators, and what best that you can contribute. That way, you will, your inventions, your way of doing things will make changes. When you come to batteries, you will invent different types: lithium batteries, lithium, titanium, ion batteries, others are ferric, and so many other types of batteries are in the field. Their names are different. You may fix yourself in one of them. If the batteries efficiency increases, number of batteries will increase, weight will increase. Even though you are come up with a very good battery, the weight is the factor. If the weight of the vehicle or car is more, automatically the efficiency will be reduced. Then your level of knowledge with that field should be more, and you are competent enough to compete in the global market. Then only your inventions will be spoken worldwide. Then while you are positioned, before positioning yourself, you have to acquire some amount of knowledge and you have to update yourself. Then you have to pitch yourself in innovation and you have to you are passionate enough, perseverance, with the perseverance, you have to uh, go with the system and innovate a permanent solution and get laurels to Tamil Nadu, India, and globally for this crisis that is happening to us. With that note, I will appreciate you all the people that are organizing this event and those who are willingly participating in this. And I think this closely packed sessions, various events that is, I have seen this brochure. So many people are going to interact with you. I think you will have many inputs and it will be really a brainstorming session to you all. Enjoy that moment, interact with everyone, keep networking with all, interacting with all. They are not competitors, you are competitors globally. People are competing with you. And AI is going to compete with you, giving a better solution than you think. It started thinking that itself a threat for us. Then you are not a competitors to each other. Then you interact with your friends, gain knowledge. Then try to solve their issues. By solving their issues, you will learn and you will step up to a next level, and your invention will be a better one. With that note, thank you for all the best, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. We are going to have set a strong foundation for this event. And let's have a tea break for 15 minutes and then we'll start.
Before that, I will have a quick introduction from one person from one college or institution. Make it fast. It will be you are from which college? You want to know which all the colleges are. Start from there. Make it fast. Next. Department also. Department. Okay, next. Anyone will talk. Switch on the mic and kill a plus one. Next. We are from technology. Next.
I'm K. Venkatesh, Lecturer of College of Engineering. DJs.
Animal. Suresh from Station was the very one.
And Lakshmi from Amit University.
Okay. Anyone missed it? Then just College. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you so much. We'll have a break for 10 minutes and we'll come back. Student. Hey. So those who are watching, you please wait. We have a session for you. For the online participants, how we planned is morning one session and afternoon one session. By the end of the morning session, by 1 o'clock, end of the session, we'll have a certificate link for obtaining the e-certificate. And again, the session will start by 2 o'clock, and end of the session, you will get a certificate link for the e-certificate. I request Malika, please come and join. Malika. Refreshment will be in the ground floor. Refreshment ground floor. Will be in the ground floor.
To the engineers and architects creating a dense charging infrastructure. To the OEMs and suppliers developing the next generation of mobility. We support, design, prototype, implement, and test your systems to release your e-innovations onto the road faster than you ever thought possible. D-Space, your partner in simulation and validation. Here's to you, the e-people. To all of you who not only ride the wave of electrification, but who are this wave. Here's to the inventors, professors, students and scientists building the power grid of tomorrow. To the engineers and architects creating a dense charging infrastructure. To the OEMs and suppliers developing the next generation of mobility. We support, design, prototype, implement, and test your systems to release your e-innovations onto the road faster than you ever thought possible. D-Space, your partner in simulation and validation.
Process going on, sir. Yes, everybody sounds like
un herrero, Estados Unidos, está utilizando la fuerza electromagnética para separar piezas de hierro y descubre que conmutando esta corriente es capaz de hacer girar un rotor. Aquí es donde empieza el motor. Primero está accionado solo por pilas de volta, pilas que se consumen y se tienen que volver a reconstruir, pero próximamente nos llegan ya las pilas de plomo ácido con las que podemos recargar.
Hoy en día las autonomías ya permiten hacer desplazamientos de 200 y casi 300 kilómetros por rutas interurbanas. La gente insiste mucho en la infraestructura de estaciones de recarga. Claro que es necesario, lo que pasa que el usuario de un vehículo eléctrico lo que ha de tener claro que tiene que vincular su carga a su domicilio o a su trabajo, pero nunca depender de los puntos públicos de recarga. Los puntos públicos de recarga están pensados para gente en itinerancia, gente que está fuera de su lugar de residencia.
També hem d'entendre que la mobilitat elèctrica ens servirà per gestionar l'energia no només del vehicle, sinó de la nostra comunitat. Hi ha un projecte a Basilea, per exemple, en què una comunitat de veïns disposen de cotxes elèctrics compartits amb carregadors bidireccionals que permet descarregar o carregar les bateries i d'aquesta manera l'energia de les bateries del cotxe serveix, per exemple, per anivellar les puntes de consum de la bomba de calor o de la geotèrmia que tenen en el seu barri. Fixeu-vos, per tant, tot el potencial que té la mobilitat elèctrica. No és simplement desplaçar una persona a una altra amb la propulsió elèctrica.
Electrical vehicles get their energy from electrical energy and not from the combustion, not from thermal combustion. So we don't have an exhaust pipe, and that means the car, when it's driving, it doesn't emit no emissions, so it doesn't emit carbon dioxide, but also no other gases which contaminate our environment.
El motor eléctrico, a diferencia del motor térmico, consume aquello que necesita para provocar el movimiento que se le está demandando en cada momento. No está gastando de más, está gastando solo lo que necesita. Entonces nos encontramos que los motores eléctricos se miden por potencia nominal, pero son capaces de dar potencias de pico mucho mayores. Otra ventaja del vehículo eléctrico es que es capaz de recuperar energía. El motor puede recuperar la energía en las frenadas. Esto quiere decir que genera en lugar de gastar y la envía a las baterías para almacenarla y volverla a utilizar más tarde. No podemos decir de que sea un sistema de energía perpetuo, pero siempre ayuda a aumentar un poquito más la autonomía que ya es limitada en un vehículo eléctrico. ¿Cuál sería el reto de futuro para mí del vehículo eléctrico? El vehículo eléctrico debería ser completamente autónomo, no depender de fuentes de energía externas para poder funcionar. Esto es viable y tenemos prototipos desde antes del año 2000, pero estos vehículos ya permiten, con la mejora de eficiencia que hemos tenido en estos últimos años en placas solares, ser alimentados 100% por energía solar. Vamos a necesitar personas que sean capaces de desarrollar los mejores
Boomer Buggy X Pro, redefining mobility. The Boomer Buggy X Pro is a game changer in the world of mobility. Designed for both comfort and performance, this all-terrain mobility scooter is built to handle any surface, from smooth city streets to rough outdoor paths. Powered by a strong electric motor, it delivers impressive speed while maintaining excellent stability and control. The ergonomic seating, adjustable suspension, and easy-to-use controls ensure a smooth and comfortable ride, making every journey effortless. Safety is a top priority, with automatic braking and bright LED lights providing visibility and security, whether you're traveling during the day or at night. With a price tag of $4,999, the Boomer Buggy X Pro is an investment in freedom and independence. It's a reliable and stylish way to explore the world without limits.
Squad Mobility, revolutionizing urban transport. Squad Mobility is changing the way we think about urban transportation. Their electric car is compact, eco-friendly, and powered by solar energy. It's designed for city dwellers who care about the environment. The squad car is small but powerful. It can reach speeds of up to 28 miles per hour, making it perfect for navigating crowded streets and finding parking in tight spaces. One of its standout features is the solar roof. During the day, this roof recharges the battery using sunlight, giving you up to 12 miles of range just from the sun. This makes it perfect for short trips around the city. For longer drives, the Squad has a battery range of about 60 miles on a full charge. This means it's ready for daily commutes or quick errands without worrying about recharging. Starting at just €6,250, the Squad is an affordable option for anyone who wants to reduce their carbon footprint. It offers a convenient and green alternative to traditional cars. With space for 2 people, the Squad mobility car is the perfect solution for those looking for a sustainable, efficient, and fun way to get around. It's bringing green innovation to urban transportation in a whole new way. R Small Vehicle. The R Small Vehicle is a compact and versatile electric car designed for city living. It's perfect for navigating the busy urban jungle. This vehicle is small, yet powerful. It offers a nimble and eco-friendly solution to everyday transportation challenges. With its compact size, the R can easily fit into tight spaces and make parking a breeze. Powered by a robust electric motor, the R can reach speeds of up to 25 kilometers per hour. On a single charge, it can travel up to 50 kilometers, making it perfect for daily commutes or quick errands around town. With a starting price of around $4,500, the R is not only affordable but also a smart investment in sustainable city travel. Stylish, efficient, and incredibly functional, the R is changing the way we move through the city. It makes urban transportation easier, greener, and more accessible. Electromechanica Solo, the ideal commuting vehicle. The Electromechanica Solo is an affordable electric vehicle priced at just $8,500. It's designed with daily commutes and errands in mind, offering a 100-mile range on a single charge. This makes it a perfect option for people looking to save on gas and reduce their carbon footprint. With a top speed of 80 miles per hour, the Solo is fast enough to keep up with city traffic. It also accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 12 seconds, offering impressive performance for a small, eco-friendly vehicle. The Solo doesn't sacrifice comfort for efficiency. It comes equipped with modern features like Bluetooth connectivity, air conditioning, and a backup camera. These amenities make driving the Solo a convenient and comfortable experience. Safety is also a priority in the Solo. It includes LED headlights for better visibility, power disc brakes for reliable stopping, and side impact protection to keep you safe in the event of a collision. The vehicle's steel roll cage and composite monocoque chassis provide additional durability and protection. To back up its design, the Solo comes with a 3-year vehicle warranty and a 5-year battery warranty. This ensures that you can enjoy peace of mind knowing that your investment is protected. Overall, the Electromechanica Solo is a practical and futuristic option for eco-conscious drivers. It combines convenience, performance, and safety all in one compact, efficient vehicle. If you're looking for a modern solution for your daily commute, the Solo might just be the perfect fit. City Transformer CT2, the future of urban mobility. The City Transformer CT2 is a revolutionary electric microcar designed to change how we get around cities. This compact 2-seater is built to make urban driving easier. Its standout feature is its ability to transform its width. With just a push of a button, the CT2 can become slimmer, making it perfect for narrow streets and tight parking spaces. This flexibility makes it ideal for crowded urban areas. Not only does the CT2 look sleek and modern, but it also offers a smooth driving experience. With zero emissions, it's an eco-friendly choice for anyone concerned about the environment. Whether you're commuting to work or running errands, the CT2 is a practical solution for city living. It's small, efficient, and stylish, all without compromising on comfort. At around $16,000, the CT2 is an affordable way to adopt green transportation. It gives city dwellers a chance to drive in style while keeping the planet in mind. The City Transformer CT2 is more than just a car. It's a glimpse into the future of urban travel. Biohybrid mobility. Step into the future of eco-friendly transportation. Introducing the Biohybrid, a new kind of vehicle that combines cycling with electric drive technology. It's designed specifically for urban environments. This innovative, 4-wheeled, pedal-assisted vehicle offers a sustainable way to travel. It helps fight city congestion and reduces carbon emissions, making it an eco-friendly option for everyday transportation. The Bio-Hybrid comes with a compact electric motor that gives you a boost while pedaling. You can travel effortlessly, without breaking a sweat. The vehicle can reach speeds of up to 25 kilometers per hour, making your trips faster and more efficient. One of the standout features of the Bio-Hybrid is its enclosed cabin. Whether it's sunny, rainy, or chilly, you'll stay comfortable in all weather conditions. This makes it a practical option for year-round use. At around $6,000, the Bio-Hybrid offers great value for anyone looking to reduce their environmental impact while navigating city streets. With its sleek design and smart features, the Bio-Hybrid isn't just a mode of transportation, it's a step towards smarter, cleaner cities.
Carver Sport. The Carver Sport is a unique electric three-wheeled vehicle that blends the stability of a car with the thrill of a motorcycle. Designed for city commuting, it's compact and agile, perfect for navigating through tight urban streets. One of its standout features is its tilting mechanism, which leans into turns for a smooth, sporty feel while keeping you safe. It offers a range of up to 60 miles per charge and a top speed of 28 miles per hour, making it a great option for short trips and daily commutes. With a cozy enclosed cockpit, the Carver Sport shields riders from weather conditions while still providing the freedom of an open ride. Priced at around $10,000, it's an eco-friendly, stylish, and efficient choice for modern city travel.
IEVZ Smart Microcar. The IEVZ Smart Microcar is a groundbreaking vehicle. It features world-first robotic platform technology. The adjustable chassis allows the car to transform easily. It can accommodate 1 to 2 passengers, plus cargo. You can control the microcar through the IVZ app. The sleek interior is designed with custom seats from Denmark. These seats provide both comfort and style. Unlocking the vehicle is simple. You can use a key card or the app. Inside, you'll find intuitive controls, including a 7-inch LED touch display, touch buttons, and parking cameras. The IEVZ is designed for efficient urban mobility. It has a range of up to 100 kilometers, or 160 kilometers for the Z Plus model. This microcar combines convenience, safety, and sustainability, perfect for city living. Paravis Monotracer, a futuristic motorcycle car hybrid. The Paravis Monotracer is a game-changing vehicle. It combines the excitement of a motorcycle with the comfort and safety of a car. This fully enclosed, cabin-style motorcycle offers the best of both worlds. Designed for speed and efficiency, the Monotracer can reach speeds of up to 155 miles per hour. Its aerodynamic shape and enclosed design keep you protected from the weather, no matter the conditions. Powered by an electric motor, the Monotracer offers an impressive range of up to 250 miles on a single charge. It's perfect for long-distance travel, making it ideal for adventurous drivers. Recent upgrades make the Monotracer even better. It now features improved stability systems for a smoother ride, retractable landing gears for added convenience, and a more comfortable interior that enhances the overall driving experience. Priced at around $100,000, this high-end vehicle is aimed at drivers who want performance and safety without compromise. The Paravis Monotracer isn't just about speed, it's a sustainable and stylish solution for modern transportation. It offers an exhilarating driving experience, while also being environmentally friendly and forward-thinking. Lit Motors C-1, the future of urban commuting. Introducing the Lit Motors C-1, an innovative two-wheel electric vehicle that blends the stability of a car with the efficiency of a motorcycle. Thanks to its unique gyroscopic stabilization system, the C1 can lean into turns up to 45 degrees. This ensures a smooth and safe ride, no matter the terrain. With a top speed of over 100 miles per hour, the C1 doesn't just keep up with traffic, it leads the way. Its impressive range of up to 170 miles on a single charge makes it perfect for long city commutes or weekend getaways. This futuristic vehicle isn't just fast, it's practical too. It comes with modern features such as air conditioning, a stereo system, and seat belts, providing a comfortable ride for both short trips and long journeys. Designed for urban commuters, the C1 is aimed at reducing emissions and cutting down commute times. It offers a unique driving experience that's unlike anything else on the road today. The Lit Motors C1 combines performance, comfort, and sustainability to revolutionize your daily commute. Toyota iRoad. The Toyota iRoad is an innovative and compact electric vehicle designed specifically for city driving. Its standout feature is the active lean mechanism, which allows the vehicle to tilt into corners, much like a motorbike. This unique design offers a dynamic and engaging driving experience, making it fun and practical for urban commuters. The iRoad has a three-wheel design, making it highly maneuverable and ideal for navigating through congested city streets. It's perfect for short urban journeys and can reach a top speed of 28 miles per hour. Powering the iRoad are dual in-wheel motors, delivering smooth acceleration and efficient performance. Its lightweight body, weighing only 300 kilograms, adds to its efficiency. Plus, the iRoad produces zero carbon dioxide emissions, making it a truly eco-friendly choice. Currently, the iRoad is still a concept vehicle. Toyota has not announced plans for mass production or revealed its price. Instead, the iRoad is being tested in various cities around the world to evaluate its performance in real-world traffic conditions. This compact EV showcases Toyota's vision for the future of transportation. It prioritizes environmental sustainability, efficient urban mobility, and seamless integration with public transportation systems. The Toyota iRoad is more than just a concept car. It's a symbol of how urban transportation could evolve in the coming years. Human Horizons HiS. The Human Horizons HiS is a luxurious, full-size electric sedan from the Chinese automaker, Human Horizons. Launched in 2022, it stands out with its futuristic design and impressive features. The HiS has a sleek, low-slung body built for aerodynamics. It comes with eye-catching suicide doors and customizable LED lighting, making it look both modern and stylish. Built on the HSOA platform, the HiS offers high connectivity and adaptability. Inside, the cabin is packed with cutting-edge tech. One standout feature is its swiveling 15-inch infotainment screen. It also offers voice recognition and seamless integration with the HI ecosystem, making it easy to control various features. When it comes to driving, the HiS is equipped with advanced autonomous driving capabilities. It uses over 30 sensors and AI-driven systems to enhance safety and performance. Under the hood, the HiS features a dual motor setup. This delivers an impressive 672 horsepower, offering a smooth and powerful driving experience. With its 90 kilowatt-hours battery pack, the HiS has a driving range of over 535 kilometers on a single charge. For those looking for a more affordable option, the HiS City version is priced at $69,800 USD. This version offers the same great features as the original model but at a lower price point. Shane Car, an innovative electric vehicle concept. The Shane Automobile is an innovative electric vehicle created by Shane Chen, the inventor of the first hoverboard. This vehicle is unlike anything you've seen before. It's a two-wheeled electric vehicle that can balance just like a hoverboard. Yet, it's designed to comfortably fit 5 adults. Once the Shane car starts moving, its futuristic interior comes to life. The wheels automatically self-align, ensuring you stay steady and safe, much like a four-wheel drive vehicle. The Shane car's revolutionary design includes big wheels that reduce rolling resistance. It also features regenerative shocks. These shocks capture energy from the vehicle's movement and transfer it to the battery, making the car more efficient. The Shane car has a two-wheel differential speed control system. This gives it excellent maneuverability. Parking and moving in tight spaces become effortless. Additionally, solar panels are integrated into the roof, though this hasn't been officially confirmed. This innovative design has the potential to change urban transportation for good. BMW i Vision D, the future of mobility. The BMW i Vision D is a concept car that shows us how BMW sees the future of transportation. The D stands for Digital Emotional Experience, meaning the car is designed
So now STD projects, B.S. Abdul Rahman, President, Institute of Science and Technology. I welcome you, ma'am. I welcome Dr. V.S. Sriraj Balaguru, sir. I welcome Dr. S. Senthilkumar, sir. I welcome Dr. J. Balaguru.
Very good morning. So we are here for session one. So session one is about integration of EV and renewable energy in electricity distribution grid. So we are having so today we are going to discuss EV and increasing resilience on renewable energy. Integrating these technologies into electricity grid presents both opportunities as well as challenges. So today we will explore how the front-end meter and behind-the-meter energy resources interact with the grid and what solution can enhance the reliability, efficiency, and sustainability. So today's discussion focuses on critical aspects of integrating EV and renewable energy into the electricity grid, and with the increasing penetration of EVs and renewable energy, ensuring the grid stability, optimizing the energy flow, managing demand fluctuation are the key challenges that need the innovative solutions. So today, for this session, we are having a distinguished expert who brings unique perspectives from utility, grid operations, and industries. So our panelists are, I introduce Dr. V.S. G. Balaguru, sir, who is the Balaguru, sir, Assistant Executive Engineer, IT, Tangelco. So with the increasing penetration of EV, he will share his insight on how Tangelco is preparing to meet this demand through smart grid strategies and renewable energy integration. I welcome you, sir. So our next panelist is Dr. S. Senthilkumar, sir, Assistant Executive Engineer, Tamil Nadu State Level Dispatch Center, TAN Transco. As a part of load dispatch center, provides a front of the meter perspective on how large scale renewable energy and EV adoption impact the grid stability, how he will. So now he will shed some light on demand forecasting, grid resilience, and real-time energy management. Welcome you, sir. So our next guest, so we are having Dr. J. Balamurugan, sir. So he is also Assistant Executive Engineer, IT Division. So he will be having expertise on front the meter energy management, EV charging infrastructure, EV smart charging solutions, and he will discuss how private players that contribute to expansion EV adoption while aligning the government policies and market demand. So begin with, let's hear from our panelists about the current state of EV, renewable energy integration, and key challenges. So they see it in their perspective domain. So we'll start with first topic, renewable energy and EV grid integration. So I have a few questions, sir. So we are having a random growth of EV. So nowadays everyone is transferring from fuel vehicle to electric vehicle. So in the roads also, if you see for the past 5 years, there's a demand increasing in the electric vehicle. So as the electric vehicle is increasing, the demand for energy charging infrastructure is also rising. So this is considered as one of the load for Tangelco. So how this Tangelco is planning to integrate large-scale renewable energy, particularly PV solar, to support this increasing renewable energy. And my next question is, from the front of the meter perspective, how this large-scale renewable energy integration and growing EV adoption will impact the grid stability, and how load management at state-level dispatch centers, and what strategies that Transco employ to handle this fluctuation effectively. And then we are having how this change of perspective, how the private companies are supporting to the expansion of EV infrastructure, and what are the challenges they are facing to meet the government policies as the requirement of establishing a 10-kilometer charging station. So nowadays we are also having the buses, EV buses also introduced by government. So we are having a fuel station for every 5 to 10 kilometers. Likewise, we need a charging station also for every 5 to 10 kilometers to top up our batteries. So what are the challenges that the private sectors are also facing to install the EV charging? Can you throw a light? Can start with Balagur, sir.
Very good morning to all. So this is a very important topic, the impact of EV and PV in the electricity distribution grid. Because the increasing of EV and PV, the government of India has taken lot many initiatives, policies and goals, and we are achieving towards the goal, particularly the PM Surya Muft Bijli Yojana. So that is the Prime Minister's scheme. So through this scheme, the consumers, they can install the rooftop solar, and the government of India is giving subsidy for that up to 78,000 for 3 kilowatt. And the goal of this PM Surya is converting of 1 crore consumers to the prosumers. So that is the challenge. So this is the goal. And another important initiative, RDSS. So what is RDSS? Nothing but the revamped distribution sector scheme. So already, which is nothing but the installation, implementation of smart metering project all over India. So we have to achieve the agency losses of 12 to 15% across pan-India level by 24 to 25. So this is the target. And ACS ARN, average cost of supply and average revenue recognition, should be 0 by the year 2025. So this is the important target at the distribution side. I'll be talking about the distribution side. And coming to the generation side, that's on the transmission side, lot many initiatives taken by the government of India. As already we achieved 175 gigawatt of renewable energy by the year 2022. Yet we have another target, 500 gigawatt we have to achieve by 2030. So this is a very, very big target. And one more important target, 2070, we have to go for a net zero. It's very, very important for that's what today, instead of your firm power, like a coal-fired power station, we have to go for infirm power, your wind and solar, the predominant renewable energy is your wind and solar. So this is a very big challenge. So going towards this net zero and all the EVs also, because we have to go for an alternative. What is the alternative for the diesel vehicle and petrol vehicle? What is the alternative? We have to go for it. Now today we have a CNG, CBG, LNG, LPG. Apart from that, we have EVs. EVs are going to play a very big role, and green hydrogen. So this is two things. That is one on the generation side, another on the demand side. So today, now you know the managing of the grid is very difficult. In 2023, you know the Tamil Nadu grid is it is 80,000 megawatt, 18,000 plus megawatt in 2023. That is the peak. I'm talking about in a year, what is the peak? And in 24, you know, it is 20,000 plus megawatt. See, the next year, that is in 2025, we are in 2025, we don't know. So we are projecting for 22,000 megawatt. So it is increasing every year, approximately 2,000 megawatt every year. So it's a big challenge how we are going to mitigate this one, and how we are going to manage the grid is a very, very difficult task. Dr. Sindel will talk about how to manage this grid because the load dispatch center is very, very important in the power sector. The load dispatch center, because they are the important thing to manage the grid operator, the grid manager. And one more thing is DCC. DCC means distribution control center. That is the SCADA control room for the distribution side. So two important things. One onto the transmission side, the load dispatch center plays a vital role. And second thing is the DCC, distribution control center for the SCADA operators. So they will work for the 24/7. How to manage that? In other terms, what we call DSO and TSO. DSO means transmission system operators, and DSO is distribution system operators. So we have to manage both the front of the meter as well as the behind the meter, because your generation and demand should be equal. So then only your frequency is 50 hertz, right? So that we have to manage. So that's an important challenge every day. every day in the power sector. So towards that, we are marching towards these goals. Let This will explain about.
Very good morning to all. I'm happy to share about that present grid condition because I'm working as an assistant executive in Tamil Nadu State Road Dispatch Center for 15 years and I have a lot of experience about that power management, how to operate the balancing the grid demand and the generation. That is the most important thing. And based on the frequency and maintain the voltage, everything we want to monitor and control. We want to maintain uninterrupted power supply to the each end user consumer. So that is why we want to cover about all the network details and how what are the generations are available, what are the transmission sector lines are there, and how we are going to manage, how we are going to control. Yesterday night and now itself also taking a lot of further coming because right now the high sunlight are there. So during the high sunlight hours, what are the problems are coming? During high demand period, how what are the problems we are going to face? These things are also discussed. Why it is all this all we are going to thinking about the past 2018 plus 2018 onward, we are going to initiate RE energy. Before on that, only conventional power. After 2018, we are going to concentrate about the RE power. From right now, as on the our installed capacity of the conventional and non-conventional is the conventional is a 43%, 43%, and non-conventional is a 53% to coming. And based on that, deviations are there. The non-conventional power, it is not fully support to the grid system on entire 24 hours. It will support the solar only during 8 hours and daytime. And throughout the year, not 250 days only support, 250 to 280 days. Other than period, winter season, that is a very less power only we are getting. And then wind generation, only seasonal generation. So based on that thing, we have to manage balancing that demand generation. And how what the conventional generation around, it is a totally 2 lakhs 47,000, that is a 247 gigawatt. Our demand installed capacity of 448 gigawatt. Our demand, what's the demand requirement of entire India? That is right now it's a 230 gigawatt. For coming this summer, we are expecting 270 gigawatt. So this much gigawatts power expected means how much power required to install? Means we are planning to install more RE power, constant more. So based on that thing, what are the problems faced by the grid manager? Lot of problems are coming. During solar hours, high RE injection. That time we are facing high voltage problem and reactive power issue. Lot of issues are coming. On that time, the frequent line trippings also arise. So that time our shift operators are also going to manage lot of it. From this aspect, we are going to develop lot of transmission line sector side and inter-regional power transfers also required. If I go Tamil Nadu, is best for example, Tamil Nadu installed capacity is 32,000. Requirement is around 22,000 demand for this current year forecasting plan. So how much is it possible? Yes, it is possible to manage. How? What are the possible? How much out of 32,000? How much power is supported to the grid? That is around 8,000 megawatts. So balance 14,000. How we are going to manage through purchase to power purchase from the other region? How we are going to? What are the lines are there? How we are going to manage that line? These kinds of lines are interlinked. Some HVDC lines are there. That power carries a 6,000 megawatt is there. So during the power drawing power tank, what are the concerns issues? This kind of things are all managing and controlling is a more task to the shift operator. 24 hours vigilante, they are going to monitor and control the thing. And the central generating stations also supporting us. On that, we have to maintain the schedule. And then, or if for more rigid detail, we have to manage the grid. Right now, or the EE vehicle, that is the more important thing right now. So, what are the problems going to face the grid operator in grid demand management time? The high demand increasing time or low voltage issues coming and harmonic disruptions also a lot of problems are coming. So that is why I have to go through the question, through this question project like that, a harmonic solution. So if more EV charging stations installed in the highways road every 10 kilometers one means, what are the problems we are going to face? What are the impacts and demerits are there that we have to analyze? That is more essential on right now. Future projects is required. Otherwise, we are going to face more difficult on that because in 2022 we are going to plan achieve 170 gigawatts RE power. But right now also 163 gigawatts. In 2025 reached 163 gigawatts. In 2030 we want to reach 500 gigawatts of RE power. Not only wind and solar, hydro pumped storage system and mini hydro power plant, and cogen, biomass, this power plant also want to install more on that thing. So based on thing that is 500 gigawatt means on the time, what is our demand? Present demand requirement of India is a 270 gigawatt by 2025. In 2030, what's the demand requirement is a 388 gigawatt, almost double the amount, 50 more than 50% is coming. So that is why what are the thermal projects are there? How much RE injection is there? This kind of also thing, and what are the problems are we going to face? How much transmission lines are going to be installed? How much transformation capacity will be installed? This kind also want to think about that thing. So based on that thing, we want to introduce more RE power through not only on the grid side only, more private players are played right now. So in the utility side, in the village side, and domestic side, they have to home sector side also they have to develop solar panels. So it is a Tamil Nadu Energy Development Authority has a lot of supports also that. That way, our Murugan sir explained about that hydro project, solar panel, everything. They have explained detailedly about that. Tamil Nadu Energy Development Authority supports that subsidy of that solar injection, solar panel injection, and that thing. And then what are the benefits are there? That thing they have to explain. Other things. Thank you.
The two people have given the insight of how the demand is going to rise and the generations. But fundamentally, we need to understand the topography of Tamil Nadu. So Tamil Nadu is in a highly industrialized area. So 1 trillion economy, as CM is visioning to have a 1 trillion economy is not an easy joke. But already it is been achieved means, so it is the factual information we need to go ahead and think about it. So Tamil Nadu is the first state to electrify all the villages in 1985 itself. So that is the opportunity that why it was electrified means it is something like Rural Electrification Corporation has funded to energize all the revenue earning villages. So that was the opportunity for Tamil Nadu to energize all the sectors in villages. So that was the first thing. The second thing is that we also need to understand that there are 21 clusters in Tamil Nadu, that is industrial clusters. If you name something called Velu, it is a leather cluster. So if you name Tirupur, it is called textile cluster. So like that, we have 21 clusters around it. But coming to the mobility, so even if we talk about tourism and development, which is an entertainment for Tamil Nadu, we have a very good opportunity that other temples and other things are there. So now I am just putting an end slide stating that there is no power. If there is no power for this entire Tamil Nadu, so what is going to happen for all these sectors? So it is zero means then it is going to be a darker area. So we need to envision what is going to happen. There is a movie, the Shankar movie talks about it. Anjanji Pesava, Anjilacham Per, Anjilacham time Tapu Panna, Tapaguma, அப்படின்னு ஒரு கேள்வி கேட்பாங்க. The same way, the EV penetration is going to happen in like a segment of 5 You think that in a village, e-vehicle is being plugged in and he is going to charge it. It is going to be an I square R. It is not VA. It is not going to take the voltage in VA format. It is going to be I square R. That means to say per second it would be consuming this much kilowatt. So this much kilowatt means every individual who is going to purchase it and he is going to utilize in grid system, that is black fuel, that is going to be a panic system for the entire country. So it is not going to affect the Tamil Nadu grid alone, it is going to be the national grid. So that seems to be a problem. So what I need to make an alternative. In 1985 itself, there was a vision which was put forth in Tamil Nadu. It is called Tamil Nadu Energy Development Agency. Hope people might know about it. So Tamil Nadu Energy Development Agency, which works only focusing on renewable energy resources. So as Dr. Balaguru sir has given, that is Mufti Yojana. So PM Suryagar Mufti Yojana, which is a pioneer vision of Prime Minister, which is giving per kilowatt it is 18,000 and which has a maximum ceiling limit of 78,000 subsidy. A solar panel which was introduced long back before 35 years. Even today, the opportunity is given to the individuals, but we are not taking up. Means that is the problem with the individual or with the government. It is with the individual. So we need to understand the importance of it because a subsidy is given, the taxpayers are going to repay it through a subsidy.
So that means we need to have the technological front understood by normal guys. So we need to work with a solar panel or wind power, mini solar and mini windmills are coming up. Means there is a mini hydro stations is also about to come. So that is going to be not connected. It is going to be decentralized. It is going to be called distributed generation. Distribution generation means it's not that it is going to be generated somewhere and it is going to be transmitted and it is going to be distributed at one particular end. But now, as he has given a word called prosumers, every individual is going to be a consumer as well as prosumer. So it is going to be, so 3 weeks before, in Times of India, Nandan Neelkalani has published one particular term called energy is going to be a next UPA. Energy is going to be the next UPA. So people might not understand what is UPA all about. Before 5 years, we may not know what is QR code or GPay or Paytm. Now, even a grandma who is selling this Goa in a remote area, she has a QR code saying that you can pay it through QR code, 1 rupee or 2 rupee. It is that much easier. This transition is going to happen whenever this renewable energy is going to be invested. You are going to transfer the power to your sister or brother throughout the state. That is going to happen. That is the visionary. Now I'm talking something nonsense which may not be understandable, but going forward, it is going to happen that you are going to sell the power. You are going to transfer the power to anyone seamlessly, virtually. That is going to happen. That means to say this has happened already, and now the as Madam was asking about the private participation. Now Tamil Nadu Electricity Board has a demand of 21,000 megawatt. So 21,000 megawatt means the government itself cannot invest on it to generate the power. It is all the private players who is going to pooling the resources and they are going to invest in renewable energy resource. And already Tamil Nadu has crossed 50% of the renewable energy. That means to say whatever energy we are utilizing in the grid, so that is almost 50% is going to be the green energy. So that means to say another 50% how we can resourcefully transition. So that is the question here. So whenever this charging is need to be there, so there will be a power scarcity. So the power scarcity need to be pulled in means as Senthil sir has given a term called the resources are not available 24/7. Round the clock fuel should be there. RTC. So round the clock fuel means where it will be available. The morning hours, the sunlight will be there. We can generate the power from solar energy. So, but what about wind energy? Wind would be starting from afternoon and it would last for till midnight and it won't be available after that. What I need to do to get the other form of energy means there are other energies available. The hydro stations are available. Then biofuel, which seems to be the round the clock fuel. So all these renewable energies were categorized and it was formulated through TEDA. Now the government has come up with a merger called Tamil Nadu Energy Development is merged with TNGCL. In the entire country, there is only one green organization that is called Tamil Nadu Green Energy Corporation Limited, which is going to propagate all such things and they are working with the policy making. So now coming to the charging station. So the National Highways Authority of India has given an instruction that every 25 kilometers in national highways need to have a charging station. Already that has been, the tender has been awarded and other people are investing on it. So what I need to do? So if I have a house, I can install solar panel and I can have a 1 rupee coin phone, telephone booth was there earlier. So I can have a charging station in front of my house itself so that anyone who is coming, they can charge it and they can pay it. So that is the opportunity. What is the meaning of it? How it is going to mitigate with the carbon emission or it is going to calculately work with the grid system. So because you are going to pool in the resources at any point of time. 5 பைசாவா சொன்ன மாதிரி நீங்க கொடுக்கக்கூடியதுனால கிரிட்ல எல்லா சேஞ்சஸும் வந்துருமான்னு கேட்டீங்கன்னா வர்றதுக்கான ஆப்ஷன்ஸ் இருக்கு. Instead of having 10,000 acres of land to be invested to have a solar panel to be installed, you can have your own home having a 3 kilowatt solar installed in your rooftop. The rooftop is available. So say for example, a rooftop which is available free of cost. So the land cost in Tamil Nadu, I can challenge and say that 1 acre of land, 1 acre of land anywhere in remote of Tamil Nadu, if we can get it for 1 lakh or 2 lakh rupees
I am challenging it. If you can get it, I can recommend to government to invest on it. So there is no land which is available in Tamil Nadu for 1 lakh or 2 lakhs, an acre of land. But a rooftop is available. That means to say, if I want to install 1 megawatt of power, I need to invest 6 crores rupees of money. So, but instead, the subsidy is also being given, and I can request the individual to install solar in the rooftop, where 20,000 megawatt of energy can be cultivated from rooftop itself. That is the opportunity. And moreover, I'm also adding one more point that you can yourself earning also. The earning is also being conducted through a installation of EV charging station. Coming to the larger sector, the government can work on with the rooftop means it is a small scale only. The government is working on with a larger scale where the what to say the logistic industry is very big. So all our topography, as Madam was talking about the topography, we are surrounded by 2 areas or 3 sites with the sea. So that means to say the logistics seems to be very high. So we need to make the trucks and lorries and buses to be electrified. Means it is a huge opportunity for the government to invest on EV charging station. Means now the transportation department has come up with 5 to 6 buses, which is already running in Chennai, where it is being electrified. And all the colleges who have installed, that is there is a mandate. Government policy says that if it is having more than 4,000 square feet, 30% of your areas need to be renewable energy, investment on renewable energy. But the colleges have invested more than 100 to 300 kilowatt per college. Means Anna University affiliated colleges should be having 400 into 400 kilowatt. What would be the count? It is more than this much megawatt or gigawatt of energy which is going to be pulled into the grid system. So now what we need to plan is that we need to have a public charging station installed in every individual colleges, so that the public charging station would be having a seamless access to the EV vehicles. So there is a saying, whether it came from egg or the chicken came from egg or egg came from chicken. So the same dialogue would be coming up, because the people, the students coming up with the vehicle, why you are using petrol vehicle means I don't have an alternative. That's what the people talk about. Now you have an opportunity. Every car shed or the shed need to be installed with PV solutions. Means your objective is that you need to convert it to PV and then install the charging station. Means your back-to-back revenue is also coming up, and moreover, this solution would pull in, and the private players would be running up a resource. Every individual can have a startup company. So, Madam, who has come up with State Planning Commission, they are also ready to invest on it. The TANI is ready to invest on new innovation. If you are coming out with a new technology, TANI is ready to invest. The government itself is ready to invest on you. So I welcome each and every individual for private participation. So hope this answers it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So as the panelists are discussing that we are having an increase of demand for every year, it is 2,000 megawatt is increasing. So when we are seeing our houses before 5 to 10 years, we are not having ACs, but nowadays each and every room is having air condition. So it is the demand. But another challenge is electric vehicle. So electric vehicle, we are seeing it as a zero carbon, but it is also going to be a load for charging stations. So my question is, sir, so if EV charging pattern can lead to peak load stress, so whether the smart charging and demand response to maintain the grid stability, and also looking into the EV sales. So for 5 to 10 years, if you take the EV sales is also increasing, and the energy consumption trend is also increasing based on the EV charging station. So what adjustment is the grid management are necessary to accommodate the future EV loads? Like we are accommodating the AC, the air conditions, and next load will be the electric vehicle. So it will be the challenging for a grid to maintain this 2,000 megawatt. It may increase to 4,000 megawatt also. So how this are managed by TM?
Actually, this front of the meter I want to explain. See, talking about the informed power. So informed power means the wind and solar are the predominant, right? So in our scale ILD center, it will be a monitoring, say 3,000 megawatt. Suddenly, you know, this inform power will rise to 3,500. Now, this is the challenge with the inform power. So, what is the best thing, you know, the reserve, which is the best reserve is the pumped storage, battery and storage system, best, right? Similarly, how, because this is the important thing, the battery energy storage, because the spinning reserve is very important. You can integrate with the grid in another 5 to 10 minutes, particularly your hydro. The hydro, the ramp up is 50% ramp up, which means that for a thermal station, for 1 megawatt, 1% ramp up. But in case of a thermal, in case of a hydro, it's not like that, 50% ramp up. In case of a gas turbine, it is 30% ramp up. So that is the thing. So how we are managing this one is by means of the pumped storage. So that's the need of our government has taken initiative. In Tamil Nadu also we have projects going on. Kunda, 4 into 125 megawatt. So that's 4 into, which is 500 megawatt. So this is the same thing here at the distribution at the load center. At the load center, because PV is increasing, Who demands electricity normally? Consumer. But see, the PV is increasing means that depends upon the nature. The solar insulation is not in your hand. The demand is in your hand. If you don't want the lights or fans or AC, you can switch off this one. But PV is not like that. The penetration of more PV, the managing the grid is very difficult. And also EV also. See, earlier we have seen some few EVs. From today you can see lot many 4-wheelers and buses also it will going to come. See the thing, your slow charging, there are 2 types of charging, as you know, the slow charging and the fast charging. The slow charging, see, I'm taking my car from my house and I'm charging here in Anna from morning 10 to 5, whatever. So this is the load pattern. It's very simple. But you know, like a charging or CCS, like a fast charger, I'm taking a vehicle from Chennai to Bangalore. I don't know where I'm going to charge. I don't know where I'm going to charge. So I'm going to take my food. So at that time, that 20 minutes in that hotel, I'm going to charge. The CCS charging like that, the fast charging. So see the impact of the grid there. In that particular area, the impact of the grid. So here, the very big important concept here is terms. Terms means you just go through that. Terms is distributed energy resource management system. If you don't have a smart system in tomorrow's view, it's very, very difficult to manage the grid. That is what here today, this RDSS, the revamped distribution sector scheme, installing, implementing the smart metering project all over the India, as Tamil Nadu already in the smart city project is covered. So 1.42 lakhs of consumers, we have implemented the smart metering project, and you know, it is a Pakka online bill. So no need to stand in a long queues. And you know, if you're not pay the bill in time, automatically disconnect. And if you pay the bill, it will connect. It's just like your Netflix. You're watching your Netflix, you're watching your Prime, and you know, and if you're not pay the bill, it will disconnect. No, the same thing the smart meter is going to implement here for 3 crores of consumers. We actually have to go for a smart meter implementation. Why I'm saying this is the smart meter implementation is a very, very important role to manage this grid. It is another point of the thing is DSM is involved. DS means the demand side management. How the peak shaving or valley filling or this what do you call load pattern shifting and all, it's going to come. So smart meter is a very important solution that will bring you a very big challenge. So otherwise, it's very difficult to manage the grid, particularly the SCADA systems, all the 11 kV primary distribution and secondary distribution. Already in the secondary distribution, the RMs are installed in around the Chinese cities and all you can see. Because it is not like the madam said, State Planning Commission, Dr. Anita, clearly she pointed out 3.5% urbanization in Tamil Nadu. 3.5. See, 10 years back, the Vellore or the Kanchipuram is not like that. Today, you can see everywhere, everywhere. See, long back and all, the people will come from Tirunelveli. They will come to Tirunelveli, come from Tirunelveli to purchase the cloths during Diwali and Pongal, right? Today, you can see everywhere Pothys is there, everywhere Chennai is there, and not only textiles, everything. You can see the McDonald's, ABC, A to B, whatever. See, that is the increasing of the demand every year. And for this, how we are going to manage is a very big challenge. Until if you don't have a smart system, it is very difficult to manage. So that's what the DERMS is going to play a very, very important role, which is nothing but it's a concept, it's an extension of ADMS. So ADMS means Advanced Distribution Management System. So that is the DERMS is going to, which means that how the generation and the demand we are managing now, like that the storage will be here at the distribution load center. So that is the terms very, very important concept. Not only your EV and PV, other things, also the storage will be here. How we are managing at the generation side, the front of the meter, behind the meter also, there should be a storage to manage this, the grid frequency.
How can this vehicle to grid concept will be working?
B2G.
We are going for peak demand, whether we can use this in the off-peak time.
Yes, B2G, G2B, vehicle to grid, first of all, we talk about the grid to vehicle. So now we have 3 slots in meter for EV. So 3 slots means in the peak time, if you charge, it is in the charging station now it is implemented. In the charging station, it is 9 rupees around. I'm approximately saying 9 rupees if you charge. So in the off peak, it is around some 7 rupees and night it is 6 rupees. So what happens, what you will do normally, if you charge during the peak hours, it is 9 rupees. So automatically you will shift the load pattern to the peak hour. So when you're charging from the grid to the vehicle, what you will do normally? You won't charge. So it is actually, now it is in charging station. But later on, it will implement for the consumer also. What you will do? You will shift the load pattern. That's what I'm saying, the demand side management. So shifting your load pattern from the peak hours to the non-peak hours, it will come out almost the charging station it is now, but later on it will come. So that's
From a transport perspective, sir, do you see B2G is viable solution for India? What are the regulatory and technical hurdles we need to address?
Definitely. So V2 from the grid to vehicle, you are charging, and similarly from the vehicle to grid also you can give. So which means like you will act as a prosumer. You will act as a prosumer. See, I'm charging now. This time it's a peak. If I'm charging during the non-peak hours, I can give it to the peak hours also at a higher rate. So that also will come later on. So, but at present it's not there. For the charging station, we have 3 TOD slots. TOD slots means the time of day. 3 TOD slots, and that TOD slot is peak is high, and night peak off peak. So it is varies actually.
One question for you. So we are having a EV cars, and we are saying that the EV charging battery is having a very less lifespan. We are having only 5 to 6 years of lifespan. Right. So when you are going for fuel vehicle, it is just to fuel the tank and we can run the vehicle. But when you are coming for EV, it is having a battery problem, and the major cost investment is only on battery. So what will be the cost of EV vehicles when we are going for a battery point of view?
As of now, lot of e-vehicles are coming, right? And the lifespan of the battery is the 5 years. After the 5 years, again we want to replace the battery. So means it will support the environment. So we are saving our other areas also. This is my major thing. Because based on our climatic change, we want to reduce the carbon emission. That is why we want to introduce more electric vehicles. So 5 years period, after the 5 years, again going to invest the battery charges. Battery charges only. Other thing, it is very less only. So compared to the fuel charges and electrical vehicle battery replacement charges is going to be very less amount only. If you put fuel means right now, so 1 or 3 rupees per liter. So it will per kilometer will be a higher cost. Compared to the EV chargers, it will come less than 1 rupee. So it is benefit only actually. So 5 years after 5 years, you are going to replace one more battery. So you have to replace continuously use not one battery. You have to replace one more battery. Suppose you are going to travel from one distance to another distance, that is 200 kilometers, 300 meters. You use one alternate spare battery is going to sell. Within the car, which it is very much benefit to them. From this aspect, what are the problems facing in the grid means we are facing the what time the load increase, what time the load decrease is a major problem. So that is why the grid problem are going to facing a lot of problems in grid management. From this, another thing, right now everybody discuss about the only electrical vehicle only. Another thing which right now started, that is a data center. Data center, right now in Chennai, 3 data centers have started. The record load is around 200 to 500 megawatt. So from as of now, Chennai demand is a 4,700 megawatt. If, in the same time, the every year growth is a 6% growth, 5 to 6% growth in the Chennai demand. In the same way, industrial growth is also against for 5 to 10%. So how are we going to manage through this electrical vehicle also another thing and a data center? So they are drawing more power only. They are not concentrating on the reactive power sector side. We want to maintain the load management. Right now, we are paying the megawatt how much utilized. That is a unit charges. We are not paying the reactive power charges. Future it will come. So who are injecting reactive power, they are also getting money. Future, but right now the reactive power compensation is in the industrial sector side only. In domestic sector is not implemented. Previously, 1970, 1980, it is there actually. During that time, it's a very lot of areas are facing low voltage. So on that time, we are going to use capacitor bank, like capacitor bank. Now it is not that. So because LED bulbs are there, you right now electronic choke electronic lights are there. So very less consumption only. That is what managing. But reactive power injection, there is no reactive power. That is why we are facing a lot of difficulties in grid also. So that in future perspective, we want to improve the how much importance given to the generation injection in the same manner reactive power injection is required. So that is that perspective we want to working on that. And the demand growth is only based on the electric vehicle only, not like that only. There is data center also coming and industrial perspective. Lot of AI, lot of technologies are improving on it. Everything is just smart. We are going more forward to the smart technology. So what happened to the grid? So we are drawing more RE power. So more grid stability, instability coming on that of the system. So each and everyone have one mobile phone, a tab, and a laptop, and a lot of things. In one house, you get 10 mobiles are there, 5 mobiles are there, TV charges. So how much consumes induction load? How much we are drawing the day. So from this aspect, we want to thinking about the future perspective. That is the transition challenges, e-mobility challenges. So this kind of things we want to improve the thing. We want to reduce the power drawing from the grid. We want to inject some reactive power to the grid. How we want to develop some solar power, 5 kilowatt is enough actually. Each and every home having a 3 to 5 kilowatt only is required. So we want to install solar power, rooftop solar, 3 kilowatt to 5 kilowatt. So definitely it will reduce the grid support. But right now, Tamil Nadu is having 1,000 to 1,500 megawatts of rooftop solar is there. So it will support actually as of now. Right now, Tamil Nadu demand is 19,500 megawatts. Compared to the previous year, 1,000 megawatts less. Why it comes? 500 megawatts, 500 to 1,000 megawatts less means because of the rooftop solar. This will support on the solar hour. They drawing power and storage the batteries. In my house also, I have 1 kilowatt power is there. For example, only I have put it on that. During solar hours, they have stored the battery, 2 batteries. Even if because I put it as a lighting only. So I'm not drawing power through the grid. Only for the drawing the grid for the fridge and a washing machine, AC only. That thing. Other reason. So in the same manner, we have to place it in the flat systems and apartment systems. It will support to grid and save our climate.
Whether this battery energy storage system and demand state management and also AI driver forecasting. So we are going.
Yes, sir. Right now, that is a major. Actually, our technical station is here. RE forecasting load for RE connectivity load for it is a major task on that day. From this aspect, we are not grid side. We are facing every day in morning time during sunlight, sun rising time, the generation increasing time. During generation solar and solar generation time, immediately we want to reduce the hydro generation and the thermal generation back in. It is a major cause. Suddenly the cloud movement coming, suddenly you respond on that. solar generation. So we are facing difficulty. So immediately we are going to pick up the gas stations and hydro stations. So these are the major problems. In the same manner, in the evening peak hour, 4 o'clock, the solar sun set time. So solar generation reduced. Immediately we want to pick up the generation, hydro generation pick up, and the gas station pick up generation, thermal generation pick up. So these are the major problems. So resource adequacy, this is another term as a resource adequacy is a more important thing. So that is why we want to implement, that is a hydro pumped storage project. Right now, is a already Balguru mentioned there, Balguru, which is that 4 into 125 megawatt hydro pumped storage power plant in Kunda. There is a Kunda pumped storage power plant. So 500 megawatt. Already one pumped storage power plant in Kadambari. That is a 4 into 100 megawatt. During high solar generation period, they are utilized as a pump mode. During peak hour, generation mode. In the same manner, we want to introduce another pumped plant in Kunda complex. That is a 420. Another project is Sillahala project. That is a 2000 megawatt into 2 projects. So 4000 megawatt. So during solar hour, drawing power from the grid, and the evening peak hour, they have to inject the power. So it will support the grid. That is a resource adequacy. That is why central government and state government also inject more on that thing. Another thing, battery energy storage system. This will support both support the grid. During high solar hour, store the battery. But right now, I'm using as UPS side, home side. In the same large manner, we want to develop that thing. University is there, but they have to develop that thing also. This will support to the grid. They are on university drawing more for 25 megawatt. 25 megawatt from the grid. So how we are going to reduce this 25 megawatt? Yes, it is possible. It is possible. They have to utilize a solar panel. Introduce a solar panel and utilize the battery. So it is definitely to reduce, and they have to benefit also. The cost wise or the commercial also benefit. So this kind of thing, each and every one develop it, definitely will support to the grid and they will save our money.
So we are having an energy grid. You are
Yes.
saying that we have to install the solar panels.
Yes, that is
So the universities will be working only for the daytime. So
Yes.
what about the night time?
Night time they have to support with the grid. Storage that thing after the utilization, business inject to the grid. They have earned money also that thing. Otherwise,
Regulatory policies.
yes, lot of regulations policies are there. Based on that thing, they have to adjust with that. Some slots are there. They will say what time you are injecting, what time you are going to drawing this thing also there. C1 to C6 etc. So every 2 hours, one C1 block. Based on the thing, we have to decide and that how much power inject to the grid, how much for drawing the grid. Based on that, the billing cycles are coming. So it will getting benefit also.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Okay, one more question for you, sir.
So actually, how it is going to impact the end user? So if I am there in my house, how it is going to have an impact? So people might know about demand. So what is demand means? It is something like people told about TOD, time of day. So nowadays, there is a shift in peak also. So like whenever people are working in the day, regular day hours, that was a different scenario. So our father would be going to the office by 9 o'clock and coming down by 5 o'clock. So that was the earlier schedule. But today, the youngsters, your father and mother would be working 24 hours hour. So someone would be working in US timing, someone would be working in Australian timing, and they would be working in India. That is outsourced farmland. So when they are working, there should be a power 24 hours. How the grid managers are going to manage it? How I am going to be the participant for it? That is the $1 million question here. So whether it is V2G or G2V, it is going to be a boon or it is going to be a problem for the system. Yes, it is going to be a boon. So earlier we said that there is a policy, whether the policy would be working on or it is going to be a punishment. Nowadays, you are utilizing power demand means there is a 1D and 1E, there is a tariff which is being levied for each individual. Earlier, if you have 2 houses or 3 houses built in your home, earlier there was no billing data was there. So earlier you used to utilize 50 rupees or 100 rupees for one house means you'll be using a subsidy component of 100 units, which is very much free and you'll be utilizing. Now there is a term called tariff 1D and 1E that is being levied to multi-store building. So whenever there is a building which is unutilized and you are being enjoying that 100 units free means now there is a tariff which is being levied called 1D or 1E, which is mostly working with if you have lift in your home, that is called 1E. If there is no lift, it is called 1D. So that is being levied. So hope I am not going in depth into it, but I'm giving another opportunity. Whatever you are going to utilize, the government is going to give you money for it. Is that known to you? For utilization of power itself, the government is going to pay you, whether you are enjoying it or not. Yes. தெரியுதா? நீங்க பவர் யூட்டிலைஸ் பண்றதுக்கு உங்களுக்கு காசு கொடுத்துட்டு இருக்காங்க கவர்மெண்ட். அது தெரியுமா? 100 யூனிட் ஃப்ரீன்னு நம்ம சொல்றோம், அது கவர்மெண்ட் பேமெண்ட் பண்ணிடுறாங்க. தட் இஸ் ஒன் பார்ட். த அதர் பார்ட் இஸ் தட் சோ நீங்க வந்து பீக் ஹவர்ல யூட்டிலைஸ் பண்றதுல இருந்து ஷிஃப்ட் பண்ணா இன்சென்டிவ் இருக்கு அப்படின்றது இப்போதைக்கு ஸ்மார்ட் மீட்டர் போட்ட பிறகு எல்லாருக்கும் கிடைக்க போகுது. இப்போ கிடைச்சிட்டு இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு விஷயம் வந்து சாதாரணமா டி நகர் கே நகர்ல உள்ளவங்களுக்கு தான் கிடைச்சிட்டு இருக்கு அப்படின்ற ஒரு பார்வை இருந்தா அது எல்லாருக்குமே கிடைக்க போகுது. ஆல்ரெடி இட் இஸ் தேர், பட் இட் வில் பி எக்ஸ்பேண்டட் throughout the state. So that is the opportunity. அப்போ இன்சென்டிவ் வரும்னா நான் என்ன சார் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்ற கேள்வி வரும்ல. ஸோ as an individual நான் என்ன பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு கேட்டா இப்பதான் ரூல் வருது. ரூல் என்ன வருது அப்படின்னு கேட்டீங்கன்னா, இந்த 4000 ஸ்கொயர் ஃபீட் வந்து கமர்ஷியல் ஏரியா இருக்கிறவங்களுக்கு 30% வந்து நீங்க வந்து சோலரைஸ் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தது போக, இப்ப வீட்டுக்கும் ஒரு சில அப்ஜெக்டிவ் இருக்கு. அதுக்குதான் இன்சென்டிவ் கொடுத்துட்டு இருக்காங்க. இப்பயே நீங்க பயன்படுத்துங்க. 1 கோடி ரூபாய் லோனும் தராங்க. 1 கோடி பேருக்கு சோலார் பேனல் போடுறதுக்கு 78,000 ரூபாயும் தராங்க அப்படின்றது குட் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி. இப்போ இந்த ஹால்ல இருந்து நீங்க விட்டுட்டு போனேன்னு நீங்க பண்ண வேண்டியது என்னன்னா, உங்க வீட்டுக்கு போய் அப்பா இந்த 3 கிலோவாட்டுக்கு ஆஃப் செட் பண்ணிக்கிறது கார்பன் மிட்டிகேஷன் ஏதோ சொன்னாங்க, அதுக்கு 3 கிலோவாட் போட்டா 78,000 ரூபாய் தராங்களா, அதை உடனே வாங்கி மாட்டிருங்கன்னு சொன்னோன்னா தட் இஸ் த ஆஃப்செட் ஃபார் இவி மொபிலிட்டிக்கு. என்னன்னா நீங்க பண்ணக்கூடிய இன்டைரக்ட் எஃபெக்ட் வந்து இந்த கிரிட்டுக்கு நல்லது செய்யும். எப்படி செய்யும் அப்படின்னு கேட்டீங்கன்னா, நீங்க மார்னிங் ஹவர்ஸ்ல மட்டும்தான் சோலார் பண்ண முடியும், ஈவினிங் ஹவர்ஸ்ல இல்லையோ அப்படின்னு கேட்டா அதுக்குதான் ஆல்டர்னேட் வச்சிருக்கோம் V2G. V2G எப்படி ஒர்க் ஆகும் அப்படின்னு கேட்டீங்கன்னா, இந்த கிரிட் சிஸ்டத்துல நீங்க காலையில சோலார் இருக்கும்போது சார்ஜ் பண்றது கார்ல சார்ஜ் பண்ணி வச்சுட்டா நைட் டைமுமா எந்நேரமும் கார் ஓட்டிட்டு போறோம், அது கிடையாது. அது வந்து பேட்டரி எனர்ஜி ஸ்டோரேஜா மாறும். அது வந்து திரும்ப கிரிட்டுக்கு ஸ்டெபிலைசேஷன் கொடுக்கறதுக்கான ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ் இருக்குன்னா நீங்க வந்து எல்லாரும் பேட்டரிக்கு மாறுறதுக்கான அவசியம் வச்சுக்கணும். ஏன்னா இப்போ டெக்னாலஜி வைஸ் வந்து ஒரு லித்தியம் அயனோ லித்தியம் பாஸ்பேட்டோ இருக்கு அப்படின்னா அங்கதான் சிக்கல் இருக்கு. ஒரு கெமிக்கல் இன்ஜினியர் கூட வந்திருந்தாங்க. சோ இப்போ கெமிக்கல் சொல்யூஷன் ஏதாவது இருக்குமா அப்படின்னு கேட்டா இன்னும் பயாலஜிக்கல் பேட்டரி கூட வரப்போறது பின்ன ஒரு காலத்துல. அப்போ ஃபாஸ்ட் சார்ஜிங்கான அவசியம். சோ ஃபாஸ்ட் சார்ஜிங்னு வரும்போதுதான் இங்க சிக்கல். என்னன்னா ஒரு கேட்டலிஸ்ட் தேவை. ஒரு பயோடெக்னாலஜி இன்ஜினியரிங்ன்றது ரொம்ப தேவையா இருக்கு அப்படின்னு கேட்டா இங்க உள்ள சிக்கல் என்ன அப்படின்னு கேட்டீங்கன்னா, இந்த பேட்டரிக்கு வந்து ஹையஸ்ட் கேட்டலிஸ்ட் ஷுட் பி தேர். So highest catalyst should be found out so that it can charge as well as discharge. The C rate should be very high for a battery. So that is the opportunity as well as the problem. So we need to work on with a system where this RTC, round the clock fuel, should be working out. Means by solar hours we can capture the solar system, wind hours we can capture the wind system. That would be stored in a battery system where the battery system would be integrated to the grid so that it would be supplying the power to the off peak hours. In peak hours la போடுறதுக்கு off peak hour la போடுறதுக்கு என்னையா பிரச்சனை அப்படின்னு கேட்டீங்கன்னா, peak hour la கொடுக்கிறதுக்கு வந்து கார்பன் ஃபியூல் தான் இருக்கு இப்போதைக்கு. ஆனா கார்பனை ரீப்ளேஸ்மெண்டே பண்ண முடியாதுன்றதுதான் பதக்கத்துல இருந்தோம். ஆனா இப்ப என்ன அப்படின்னு கேட்டா, இது பேட்டரியில கொடுக்க முடியும், பயோஃபியூல்ல கொடுக்க முடியும், அதுக்கு அடுத்த ஆல்டர்னேட்டிவ் ஹைட்ரோ ஸ்டேஷன்ஸ் கொடுக்க முடியும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிதான் இப்போதைக்கு இதெல்லாம் வந்திருக்கு. இதுக்கு எல்லாத்துக்குமே இன்சென்டிவும் இருக்கு அப்படின்றதுதான். அதுக்கு யார் தேவை அப்படின்னு கேட்டா engineers தான் தேவை. The budding engineers need to come out with a technological front where this should be a solution and it would be technology means it is indigenous technology, make in India அப்படின்ற திட்டம் வந்தாதான் இது புரிதல் வரும். அதுதான் நான் தமிழ்ல பேசினேன். மீடியா நீங்க பேசுங்க.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for it. So I have to conclude this session that we are having more participants from academic. So how this can be useful for academics and how they can contribute? Just a few words. Short word. How the how academic can support your process?
So particularly Dr. Anita has pointed out smart. Are you smart? அப்படின்னும்போது the girl raised one question. Yes, I have smart. Really, that's good actually. See, in your in your mobile, you get your car, you can get your food, everything. And more important thing I want to point out. Launch a rocket through your mobile. Okay. Yes. And more important thing I want to point out, the mobile app, you can see your real-time pricing and real-time consumption. What's that? So which means that after the bi-monthly bill only, you know what is your units, right? Now today the date is 27. Okay. 27, 28. Okay. So today 28. What is your bill? What is your how much units you have consumed? And what is your pricing? The real-time pricing? We don't know. So that is the technology is going to come. So in your mobile, because we implemented smart metering under smart city project, we implemented smart meters, and yet we have to go for 3 crores consumers. You know, in your mobile app, you can see what is your real-time consumption, real-time price. So that is the smart technology, and which is nothing but it is a DSM concept. That is, you can see now itself what is your unit, so that you will control your power consumption. So that is the thing. You can control your consumption in your house. So that is the thing, because until the consumer, again I point out, who demands the electricity is consumer. Until the consumer contribution is not there, it is very, very difficult to manage it. So one thing, we have a pumped storage, all those things here. And here also we have the terms, all these concepts and market concepts and all will come. But the ultimate thing, you know, as we are the consumers, we have a more contribution in this society, in this grid. So with that, I conclude. So hope you that you have understand this DSM concept, and your contribution is very, very important. Shift your load pattern, your like iron box you're using in the peak hour, shift it to some other off peak or night peak.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So since we are running out of time, participants can ask you a question on break time. And so this with this way I conclude. So we had a very good insight discussion on how the EVs and renewable energy impact this electricity grid, and both front of the meter and behind the meter. So all the three eminent speakers have given their insight that how the load demand is keep on increasing, that 2000 megawatt is increasing, and how we have to achieve our net zero by 2070. And then we have to adapt the smart metering so that every individual person is having a cell phone in their hands. So with their meter itself, with the help of IoT, they can switch on and switch off their loads on the peak demands, and we can help the TANGEDCO and the DAEB to reduce their load demands. So with this, I conclude the session. Thank you all. A big thanks to our esteemed panel for their valuable insight and our audience for engaging in the discussion. So let us continue toward the sustainable and efficient green future. Thank you all. If you have any questions, you can ask during the break. Thank you.
The students என்ன கொடுக்குறோம் அப்படின்னு கேட்டதுனால students and professors, TNEB is offering industrial visit as well as project management as well as collaborative project. So இது எல்லாமே TNEB லே இருக்கு. We welcome you people to come out with a technological front where you can also get benefited. We can also get benefited out of it. Mutual benefit can be appreciated. Payable formatலையும் இருக்கு. உங்களுக்கு சம்பளமும் கொடுக்கறதுக்கு நாங்க ரெடியா இருக்கோம் அப்படின்ற ஆப்ஷன்ஸ் இருக்கு. So கொஞ்சம் நீங்க collaborative ஸ்டடிக்கு வந்தா நல்லா இருக்கும். We'll do that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request Dr. L. Ramesh, President IGEL, to honor our panelists, Dr. P.S. Srirajagopal sir, Dr. S. Sandhu Kumar sir, and Dr. G. Babu. Next technical session will be the power project. Begin our second technical session focusing on the role of distributed generation and battery energy storage systems in the energy landscape. I welcome our panelist, Dr. Mahalakshmi Ganapati, Head Training Team, Power System Engineer Power Projects. Ms. Geeta Lakshmi, Head of Department, Electrical, Data Consultancy Engineers. I request Mr. Surya Kumar, Lead Engineer Power Projects, to moderate the session.
வச்சு தரேன் ஹேண்டில் பண்ணிக்கோ.
Good morning. I need thrust to fly my rocket. Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah. Yes. So let's launch our rocket. Right. So now we are going to talk about role of distributed generation as well as that. In previous topic also, like we have discussed more on this. Here now we are going to talk more on technical, and we have two panelists. So before I jump into them, I wanted to discuss with you people. So probably I could see a number of academic people over here. I want to ask one question. Do you know how much installed capacity do we have currently with respect to India? I don't want to go or worldwide. Let's say with respect to India. Any ideas? Just give ideas. Any numbers which you can get. Okay, you can get these things in CEA websites. So maybe I can give that number. Around 470 gigawatt. So with respect to last month. So that's the capacity which we have. In this, I just want to distribute or divide this generation. When we have around 215 gigawatt, we have as a renewable capacity, including hydro as well as renewable energy, consists of wind, solar, and other biomass. So if we consider only biomass, wind, solar, then we have around 167 gigawatt. So these numbers could give you the idea how much total capacity we have and how much renewable penetration which we have. I said 470 gigawatt. In that, around 215 gigawatt is from renewable. You can say that's in the range of around 50 or 45 to 50. Which means this gives the opportunity as well as challenge. What is the challenge? What about the grid stability? Because we are more and more injecting the renewable where we don't have a proper inertia. How could you able to handle the grid situation? That's the topic where we have one of the part is this. This comes to here and going to help us. And there is another topic where we are going to discuss this distributed generation, right? So that is going to help us to resolve this problem and how it's going to resolve. That is why like we have two panelists. Let me introduce them so that like we can proceed further with our session. So I just want to welcome Geeta Lakshmi. She is from TCE. Actually, to give it a single line, my ages are experience. So that's the stand what she has. So basically, to give a short introduction, she started her journey in 2001 until she is in the TCE company where she accompanies many projects as well as she has professional certificates like energy management and energy auditor, and she done publications in a bit as well as microgrid EV. And recognizably, we can say she got awards from Technology Leader of the Year in 2022 and National Award of Woman Engineer in 2015. I'm happy to have you here, ma'am, and I want to get all insights from you. And also we have another panelist, where Dr. Mahalakshmi, she is from Power Project. She has the experience of around 15 years with respect to industry as well as academy. So where she will be more driven into grid compliance studies. That's the job which she has done in Power Project, because I'm also from Power Project. I know personally what she is doing. So that's where like she stands, and she want to give an idea on how the distribution generation going to help us, and also the best, how it is going to resolve the challenges and opportunity which is having in the market, right? So with that note, I just want to give a session to them, and let me try to note down the questions if at all I'm getting anything, and I also give a time to few people to ask your questions. And yeah, ma'am, you can start with yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Surya. First, I will. Thank you, Surya. And I wanted to thank first Anna University and as well as IJU for giving me this opportunity. Though I present in many forums, including conferences, industrial conferences, always presenting in university, college students gives me more excitement, I would say. It actually, I think it says, right, it's close to our heart because, see, because even if I see like one or two change in mind, because you are the next eligible, you are the pillars of next energy, because we all keep on speaking, everybody is speaking on energy transition. So who is going to be the next route for it? You. So I always, I mean, what to say, I will be overwhelmed and excited to speak in a with college students. So fine. So as Surya said, like maybe his age is my experience, but age or not, experience is not a matter. Yeah, right. So maybe one day nowadays, if you see even 1 or 2 years experience, college students are actually what to say, doing great. They are in the, I mean, what to say, they are, inventing so many things. They are into AI, they are into rocket launching and many other things. So just is only the numbers. Okay, fine. Now coming into the topic, because already they have given me only 10 minutes time to bring all my whatever about this best integration. So let me try to keep it within that time. See, the previous speakers already has given a context for me. So they have already given talk about the grid, what is the peak demand, and Mr. Balgurvan has said like maybe what we, 5 years before what we spoke now maybe not valid. Now what we speak could be like after 5 years it could be a child's play. Similarly, I just wanted to quote like before 5 years, I think in the year of 2019, I spoke in a forum about EV. So at that time, actually the complete audience were like, damn. Because at that time nobody was knowing about anything about EV. So my talk was like well appreciated. But that is not the case here. If I do the same presentation over here, you will laugh at me. Because if everybody has known about EV and you, it's like even maybe a child could know what is an EV. Fine. So now coming into the topic of role of BESS in EV grid integration. So as I said, the previous speakers have made my work easy. I'm just going to touch upon on maybe little detail, giving you some graphs and analysis like how the BESS is going to help with the EV grid integration. Okay. So already Surya also helped me to give you insight about the energy status. So this is as on date. If you see July 2024, this is the energy status in India. So you could see roughly still, though we speak about like making what to say, the renewable as the prime energy source and to become 100%, but still you see the facts and figures shows we are relying upon on the fossil fuels. That is almost like 50% is around non-fossil. So non-fossil is something around 10. You can see solar is 19 and put together maybe it could be around solar is 19 and hydro is 10 and wind is around 10. So we are growing. But on the other side, if you see the down below, the peak demand is also day by day, it is increasing. So in the last sessions, the speakers gave you a big insight about the requirement of, the challenges about the peak demand and how to mitigate it. in continuation to it, if you see, India is having a big what ambition, transforming energy. That is 500 gigawatt of non-fossil fuel by 2030. So how do you do it? So we have to scale up the renewable energy. This is one part. The next part, if you see, EV sales is increasing because we are focusing on EV also. And India also, we have a target. That is by 2030, we have to become 30% EV. So if you see just glimpse of certain facts and figures, in 2024, almost 1.94 EV sales were there, I believe, and which is almost a 20% increase. And all the Indian states have already started adopting policies. And you could have heard the earlier speaker spoke about the various policies and incentives already has rolled out. So one side is like the peak demand is increasing, the installation capacity is also increasing, and also we have to run the race to meet the transformation journey. So how do we do it? Yeah. Right. So before you understand, let's see how is the demand pattern. You could see on the screen, the left side is a normal demand pattern. Generally, if you see the pattern, would be like it could be like a like almost like a sine kind, right? So morning time, I mean morning times it will be at the peak, then it would come down, then it would increase, and again evening would be the peak. So generally the morning and the evening would be the peak, and in between the midday there could be a little of a peak. But if you see the next slide, you could wonder what is the difference here. Suddenly the peak has changed. Why? Yes, that is because of solar. See, if you see, this is called the duck curve. You can see the duck curve. Why? See, generally what is happening all these years, the energy is being fed by the fossil fuel, coal. But because of the solar, what is happening? The mid portion, I mean the time if you could see the morning 8 o'clock to evening 5 o'clock is taken care by the solar. So at that time, the fossil fuel is coming down. So the demand from the fossil fuel is reduced. So if you see the electricity demand from the fossil is, I mean, the generation is almost like a duck curve. But you have a what? You have a challenge in it. So how do you ramp up and ramp down quickly? Because the time the solar comes, you have to ramp down the generation. The time when the solar depletes, you have to increase your immediately ramp up the fossil fuels, which is not possible, right? You cannot just like it's not an on and off a switch which you can ramp up and down. How do you do it? Over and above, we are talking about e-mobility. So that adds more challenge into it, right? So then the down below you could see that is with EV. And yes, these are some of the actual analysis on various discoms. So the left topmost is the Bestcom, Karnataka. I'm sorry, unfortunately, I couldn't get the Tamil Nadu figure. Maybe the TEDCO speaker could get me that. The right one, topmost is, I think it is Kolkata, and next Mumbai and Andhra. So everywhere you could see how is the curve. This is almost like a duck curve, right? Morning peak, afternoon gets reduced because of the solar, then again it shoots up. So this is the normal, the load flow system analysis. That is the load curve without EV. Now let us see superimposing the EV demand, how it becomes. Next. Yes. So you could see here, the blue color is the load, and the red one is the merged with the EV. So generally what happens, EV charging, when do we do it? Though we have all the public charging, everything. So nowadays, how do we charge it? I mean, how do we fuel our cars? It's through petrol or diesel or CNG, right? You just go, only when you go out, you need to charge it. So definitely it will be at the morning time or whenever you are out from your house. But in the EV, it will be totally ulta, right? So you try to tend to charge those. So generally the charging pattern is like either morning or evening when you are at home, right? So all your EV vehicles, if you see, it is almost an overnight charging. So what happens? The EV is adding to the peak demand. Already the the demand is more during the evening and the morning hours, so you are adding to it. So the peak demand still further. You can see it is well. You can see in the curves, right? So it adds to the peak demand. That is what our earlier speakers said. What could be the mitigation measures that you should charge it during the midtime? That could be done through fast charging, or even at home you can do it. Okay, fine. Next. So this, if you see, these are the various patterns in each and every state, like Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi. Yeah, good. I have a Chennai pattern also here. So this is the top bottommost is the Chennai pattern with E. Right. So finally, putting all this together, uncontrolled charging. What does it mean? Uncontrolled charging. In the sense, everybody charges on their own. I charge my vehicle based on my requirement. So you charge your vehicle based on your requirement. This is what is called uncontrolled charging. So what do? You think that I have bought my vehicle. I'm going to charge on my comfort. How can I do on others' comfort? It's my vehicle. So I used to put petrol when I go out. So likewise, I charge my EV during my whenever I get time. But you are going to create an impact in the grid, right? So it's not that you're going to help the grid. They were asking you how is that you're going to play a role to help the grid, but at least you should not play a role to impact the grid. So you could see here, uncontrolled charging. What does it have? What does it happen? Increase in the peak on the grid. So because of it, there is an overheat, there is an overloading, there is a congestion in the system, and as well as there is a sag and swell in the system, and power quality issues, and a lot more. And yeah, harmonics, transformer overloading. So okay, let us take just a small analysis. A car of a battery of 30 kilowatt hour. Okay, charging, let us assume, because maybe 100% we may not charge, it's just only a top-up charge, right? So 60% let us assume we are charging, so which is 18 kilowatt hour. Okay, and this, see, normally in a summer, a 2 BHK residence consumes around 10 to 12 kilowatt hour a day. But when you're charging a vehicle, it is almost 1.5 times more. Correct? And consider normally a 500 kVA transformer is a distribution transformer. It is contributing to feeding to 80 houses. So 20% of the houses add EV, and you're going to charge the peak demand. What happens? The load increases by 60 kVA. So it impacts the transformer. The 500 kVA transformer gets overloaded by 12%. So each one of you in the future is going to impact indirectly or directly the grid. You can see here the figures, right? The figure speaks. You're going to overload the transformer, right? And this is a analysis which was done by Ministry of Power for how does the charging state, or what is the load pattern of when charging through a public charging station, and what is the voltage profile, and with and without charging station. You could see the graphs over here. Next. Okay, fine. So now all questions are put. The answer is, what do we do? Energy storage. So that is also thanks to my earlier speakers. They have given a very good context. Like battery energy storage is one of the mitigation measures. Next. Okay, so these are the mitigation measures. TOD, time of unit or time of day tariff, which already it has been dealt with. Next is the real-time tariff. That was also, I think, it was spoken. And next, smart charging. So you would have heard about V2G, G2V, V2X, V2V, right? Well, vehicle to grid, vehicle to grid to vehicle, vehicle to vehicle, vehicle to everything. So many smart charging technologies, which is basically allows you to charge it on the non-peak hours. It actually takes you without your knowledge to the non-peak hours. So it's a way of smart. The other measure is EV integration with RE and the BESS integration. BESS. So that is what I'm going to maybe throw you some light on it. A you may wonder how my BESS is going to help. Yes. Then, renewable energy integration. So everyone, all of you knows that renewable is clean energy, efficient, and it contributes to the overall energy transition, right? So the renewable energy, if it is getting integrated with the EV, see, understand one thing, we all talk about EV, carbon reduction, right? But really speaking, is it true? On the overall scenario, do you think that EV is going to reduce the carbon emission fully? Please raise your hand. Whoever feels it's yes. I wonder, because since afternoon we were speaking on, everybody was speaking on EV mobility challenges, and it is going to reduce the carbon emission. So I'm seeing only one hand raised saying that EV is going to reduce the carbon emission. Why not others? Exactly. So it's that, see, they always say that wheel to well to wheel. The efficiency is well to wheel. Well means fuel well to wheel, right? So again, to charge the electric, you need a power which is fed from a conventional energies, fossil fuel. So ultimately, we are not going to reduce the carbon emission unless you are going to charge it through the renewable. And not only that, the complete life cycle, the complete life chain of the electric vehicle is going to be, each and every part is going to be manufactured in an industry which is going to use a renewable. So then the complete life cycle, life chain is going to be a renewable, then we can say it is 100% carbon emission, right? So that is what is called well to wheel. Okay, fine. So that was already discussed in detail. You should have a charging station with what? Solar PV. Okay, next, grid flexibility and peak shaving. So what happens? You all have seen what is the larger, the more renewable, the grid flexibility, the stability gets reduced because what happens there? If there is, suppose, assume that the mid time there is a huge solar power, but if there is a sudden cloud, or there is a sudden change, because always the renewable is an intermittent and it cannot be predictable, right? So even a small change in the cloud could affect almost 70 to even 30 to 70% of the solar power. So what happens? There is an intermittency. There is a drop. So the frequency gets altered. There is a shoot up in frequency or there is a reduction in the frequency. So this could even result in the trip of the generating units. If they are not able to catch up the frequency, all the generators could get even tripped. So the stability of this grid is collapsed, right? So how do we bring this? Battery energy storage helps. So what you do is, we saw the dark curve, right? Fossil is there, solar, and then again fossil. So the transition period, because the thermal or the gas thermal to come back, it takes at least 2 hours. Even okay, if you keep it on generally don't keep it on on-late reserve, but gas at least it takes 35 minutes, 35 to 40 minutes. So till that time, battery energy storage can come. So battery energy can act like a spinning reserve or even the peak shade. Even for this building, it can act like a peak shade. Next, energy shifting. So generally, energy shifting in the sense, what is it? The battery storage can charge during the abundant resource when it is available during solar hours. Because you have more solar, but the demand you're getting, but the generation also is more there. Solar, the power is demand is less. So you have more generation power. So you store it in the battery. When you have more power, store it with less cost. And when there is a requirement of more power during the evening time, at that time, your tariff also will be less. Afternoon, say it is 5 rupees, night it could be 8 rupees. Discharge. That is what is called energy shifting. Cost there. Then safety. So the reliability increases. Obviously, because you're not entering into any grid disturbances. There is no fluctuations in the power supply. Your power quality improves. So safety and reliability obviously increases. And as well as finally, the emergency. So the BESS can act like a mini microgrid. Not only for the energy, for the EV charging station. So definitely for an EV charging station with grid power. Obviously, a charging station would have DG plus we are saying that it should have also a PV plus a BESS could be a micro grid. The sense like when there is a grid, outage of grid, this BESS itself can act like a alternate supply so that there could be a smoothing of the power and the charging state, and it can offer you the reliable and continuous. So how this best benefits is because what are the characteristics in the sense it has a high specific energy and it is compact and it's a faster response time. Unlike the non-fossil fuels, it is unlike the fossil fuels, it's a very faster time. Ramp up time is in milliseconds and it suits both energy and power applications. And in the sense the battery energy storage are available for large scale applications. You could imagine currently I'm involved in a project. You could imagine what is the maximum capacity of the battery energy storage project? Anyone can please tell over here, students? Huh? What could be the maximum capacity of a battery energy storage? Because you have seen thermal power plant, which we say 100 megawatt, 500 megawatt, gas engines, 100, 200, right? And solar of many. How could be battery energy storage? How big it could be? But yes, it could be the terms of even 500 megawatt. And I'm proud to tell that right now we are doing one project in India, which is 500 megawatt, 1000 megawatt hour, which is the largest in Asia. So the battery energy storage could be as high as that. And just coming before, I got one proposal wherein they wanted a battery energy storage for 2000 megawatt. So it is expanding. This next, I'll just try to keep up my time. So there are various technologies in batteries. Conventional batteries are lead acid, lithium ion, sodium, sulfur, nickel. Many are there, and many other technologies. As one of my previous speakers spoke about, like many advanced technologies are going to come. But as of now, if you see, only lithium ion, sodium, sulfur, and flow batteries are in existence, and the most popular, proven, and commercialized technology is lithium ion. Next. The previous slide, please. Just yeah, these are the, and again going into the lithium ion battery technologies, these are the various technologies and the most proven and the available battery energy storage technologies are NMC, which is the nickel based technology, and next one is the LFP, and which is the 500 megawatt and the large scale storage technology, storage system. Those all the battery energy storage are on LFP technologies. So most of the manufacturers offer this lithium ion phosphate technology. Okay, next. Okay, so before you select a battery, because the selection, design, layout, everything is a critical factor in a battery energy storage project. So there are various parameters which you have to consider that. So these are the various parameters, each and every actually has a interrelation. You cannot just let that select. You have to see each and every how it relates with this. Depth of discharge increases, the other factor comes down. If you want a higher efficiency, you have to compromise and everything. So you have to really balance all these characteristics and design a battery energy storage project. So in the interest of the time, I may not dwell more on these things, but these are the important characteristics in a batteries. Next. Okay, the main components of the batteries energy storage system is a battery, then a converter, then a transformer, because it is on it has to be converted to a voltage grade which is suitable to connect to a grid. So that is called an inverter duty transformer, and then further to a power transformer, which will allow to connect to a grid of 132 kV, 220 kV, or 400 kV, or even 765 kV, and then any system has an auxiliary systems. So likewise, battery also an auxiliary systems to run its auxiliaries. And the right topmost corner, you could see a layout of a battery container. And you have different types of battery container, the standardized containers, air cooled container, liquid cooled container. So there are lots of designs wherein we should play a role in selecting a right solution. Next. So this we spoke about. These are the applications of battery energy storage. There is an energy time shift wherein you can charge the battery during the low peak hours, that is the low price, and discharge it during the high price, benefiting both the the developers and as well as the grid. Next. Yeah. So as I said, the microgrid. I just wanted to take. I think you would allow me just 2 minutes to take time here, because the last speaker spoke about like even this Anna University, you can put PV for photovoltaic cells, right? Yes, this we have done in one college. I wanted to tell in Bangalore. So we were involved. The complete college, we tried to make this a micro. The sense, the college was converted into a microgrid with grid. Already they had a grid power. We introduced to solar and we have put battery energy storage system, BG. So these all four energy sources acts like a grid. And for your information, this exercise along with this, the sense we wanted the students to participate in this. So the analysis and the project was done by the students. So this is a very exciting project wherein like we involve the students to do their own college microgrid. Next. Fine. So the last 1 minute, I'll just quickly run through because I said large scale battery energy storage projects, how it is going to impact the RE, how it is going to impact the EV penetration. So you just to have a feel about it, how, because you may wonder like really because people are speaking about battery energy storage, EV, are these exist, how it is? Yes, it is not just like a theory which we are telling. All these things are it's existing, right? The projects are being built. So I'll just show some live projects for you. So this is a multiple projects which is going in India and abroad. Next. So this is one of the project which is being developed in India with solar based and township, and the township has also EV. So basically why this is done to manage the loads, to reduce the grid power. This township wanted to put a microgrid which is involving grid solar based. EV is not spelled over here, but EV is also here. Next. This is the large scale which I said, right? 500 megawatt, 100 megawatt hour best projects. So this is being developed in India. So this is the largest project, and you could see the layout of this project. The top one is the container based solution, and the bottom one is the building based solution. Yeah, next. This is another interesting project wherein solar plus wind plus BESS. So this is also in India. Next. Okay, again the same. Next. Okay, left one is again the PV DG based. Right one is the next. The right one is for the data center. These are all some of the microgrid projects. Also, the I told you about this institution. The center one is the institution microgrid, which is of 600 kilowatt of solar, 100 kilowatt of battery energy storage, and 2 number of DG sets. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. So hope I have thrown at least some light about the importance of the grid impact and how you can help to alleviate the grid impact. Right? Thank you. Thank you for
was really a great session. Actually, you threw all the problems. Then there is a solution that is what a best, and the best whatever the problem it will solve. And along with the case study which you have presented, it was really nice. I have a lot of questions to ask with you, but I want to limit
the time constraint is there because everybody will. I think.
At least I will limit with time.
Yes, yes, definitely. I'll be really excited to answer 100 questions, but not on the lunch time of others. Yes.
Just one question.
Yeah.
We are having solar, which is on morning. Where we are seeing we are going to have a EV, which is going to increase. That is what the status we have. That is going to charge to an extent in the night time. So how we could solve the problem where there is a generation on morning, there is a load on night time, which means the factor which we are seeing now, that is going to be around. So how we are going to resolve this in 2030? Because in 2030 we are saying that there is no fossil fuel. I just want to interrelate two questions here.
Yeah. Correct. See, that is what we just because as the topic see it is though I speak about the battery energy storage, it's not only battery energy storage. And so it is a combination of many things. One is a load scheduling. That's what I think the previous load forecasting, the advanced demand management, and what we say scheduling. So that is one important factor. The next is storage. Of course, storage should be there. So it's not only the battery energy storage projects could help because there are many challenges in the battery. also because the raw materials, the cost, everything. So next is pump storage. So along with pump storage and battery storage, you can actually what you can do, you can have a transition. Six, as if you honestly ask me, even 2030, see if you, I'll tell you one thing. Just a year before, we were all saying, even you could see anywhere in the what to say the strategies, they all have estimated saying that coal will not be there. Coal will come down, coal plants will not come, no more coal plants. It's all only renewables, all gas, maybe for sometimes gas or base. But just in a year, presently, you imagine how many coal plants are coming? See, as a company, we are just one company doing a consulting business. We ourselves are doing a dozen of 800 megawatt thermal power coal plants. In this year, we got a project. So, which means we cannot simply get rid of the coal plant. It is required for the base, right?
2030 will be not the 2030.
No, not like that. See, it is a mixture that for the base coal is required, then renewable, then for this transition, you need a storage, battery energy storage, and over and above all these things, it is our
In our hands.
it is in our hand to plan how do we manage the
And one more question. So when we are saying ramp up and ramp up to an extent like we need to do it very quickly. Do we have anything of such kind which is commercially feasible? Because we have given a solution EV plus PV plus this. EV, I still feel there is a technology requirement. If I am wrong, please correct me. PV, I can say there is a like remedial actions where we can have more incentives. People are going to put that, and still we are increasing more than 70% is for solar which we have. And there is a BESS. BESS is commercially, I don't say that's a commercial attractive thing. But what would be the commercial attractive solution currently we can have? In future, definitely BESS, which I can say. Would you have any idea on that, like how we can
so
proceed?
this can be divided into many things. See, if you see in industry, that's what again I want to correlate the case study, right? I wanted to correlate the case study a month before. One of the industry in China, a big industry, came to us saying that it is a very critical industry. They have a grid, they have a gas generators. But what has happening when the grid supply goes, gas generator can take only half the load. They cannot manage. So they wanted some reliable, as you said, how do we manage it? Because their demand is increased. How do we manage the load? So they came to us to study the alternatives. There are various, as of now, if you see, there are various technologies. Like we have groups, the diesel rotary units, which is also not say emerging, it is old technology, but it is coming back as an emerging technology, which is maybe a stopgap, maybe which also it could be there. That is one of the technology which is actually nowadays it is speaking well in industries, right? Then of course we have to rely upon the UPS and the batteries. I mean, not the normal UPS. We have a high level UPS.
Understood.
Next is the battery energy storage. See, even when we say battery energy storage, it's just not simple as we say, right? Because how do we integrate with the grid? That is again a challenge. So I need to speak more on it because there are different technologies. How do we integrate with grids when lots of generators are there integrating a battery energy storage? Again, a challenge would be there. So we need grid forming inverters. There are grid following inverters, grid forming inverters.
If you're going for a BESS, there should be a grid forming inverter.
Forming inverters, not always, because if you see in India, there is a no grid forming inverter as of now. It's not in India, right? You must be knowing that. So there are many challenges. So I think right now, if you say there is no solution for one solution to tackle the problem, but slowly technologies are evolving, and AI is also penetrating. So I think we should reach the solution.
Thank you for your
Thank
insight.
you.
Yeah, thank you. And also, like, let's go to the speaker. We still have some more time. Let's try to go there and let's try to get a point from her. Yeah, please proceed with you.
Exactly, go to anything. No. 14th slide. 14th slide. Yes, let me not waste more time. I'm just going to just give you a small introduction. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the difference between industrial distribution and the country level distribution systems? There. It's very simple. It's a linear distribution. Loads accumulated in one place. Loads are controllable and predictable. Okay. So you can control and predict the loads in the industry. But if you see, even if it's a small country or a big country with a large network, the demand will always grow. And sophisticated load dispatching technology even can't help you because you have in real scenarios lot of uncertainty. Okay, so these are the things we are going to deal. See, the difference between industrial system and country level distribution system is very different, and you can see what are the things. It's very easy in controlling the industry, and even if it's a big country or a small country, you can see one of the things that is going to affect you. Okay, so you have a high good load dispatching technology. It is very sophisticated, but still in the real scenario, you have lot of uncertainty. So let's go through all this very quickly. Okay, just next step. So here I'm just going to tell you about the 5 states of the power system, which you'll be seeing this in your Prabhakunta book. Okay. So what is the first state is a normal, and you can see there E and I. Okay, and alert. The next is emergency, and the fourth is in extreme, and the fifth is the restorative. And apart from this all, you can see that E and I are satisfied. Sometimes it's violated, and sometimes it is satisfied. So after saying what is this E and I, just we come back to this. Okay, just next. So equality constraints, speed generation is equal to speed load plus speed loss. Okay, so what is the generation? You have a lot of generation, so I did not tell you about generations. But when we come to this load and loss, then you will have to just make a mark. If you are at a house and you are not going to call the EB person and tell, yes, here, excuse me, sir, I'm going to switch on my light. Excuse me, sir, I'm going to switch on my washing machine. Are you going to say that? The person who is sitting in the load dispatch center doesn't know what they are going to do. Okay. So the power system is a very dynamic system. How do you say that? See, the power system automatically supplies the or ramp up or ramp down your generators. Okay, you know what is ramp up and ramp down. How do you do that? There are governors. There are governors in the generator. These governors will help you to ramp up and ramp down. And you can't be expecting a person to switch off their washing machine when you are switching on your washing machine. Is that so? No. That is also not possible. So it is the responsibility of the electricity board automatically ramp up and ramp down when the demand or supply goes down. Okay. So then next is speed generation plus speed load plus speed loss plus speed load is matched. Then now you can say there is a power system which is the most dynamic system in this world. Okay, it is really dynamic. The moment you generate, the next second you consume it. Are you consuming this shirt? This was done a month before when I buy. Okay, it's not consumed really. Really, it's not consumed. Anything in this world is not consumed the moment you do it. But cooking, yes, you want to taste it, just do it. Okay, but not apart from that. All the other things you don't consume immediately. But the power is the only thing which you cannot leave it as such. You know the law of conservation of energy. Okay. So the next thing is VI is equal to VZ, that is equally constrained. So when I come to check the equality constraint, I need two things to be equal. One is the generation, that is equal to load plus loss. The next is the input, that must be always equal to the voltage level which I'm setting. Okay, in my bus. Okay, the next thing is or in the terminal. Next thing is inequality constraint. So the inequality constraint you can see the S rating is less than or equal to S low. It's minus here and this is plus. So if I have a transformer, I can say that the transformer is 25 MVA and I should not violate it. Okay, even if it is in this opposite direction, it's minus, and it is in the reverse direction, it's plus.
it should be within the 25 plus or minus 25. Okay, so that is the rating. Okay, so it could be inequality constraint. This comes under the inequality constraint because it is always within the limit. It cannot go, it cannot be equal. It should be less. Okay, that is why it is inequality. Then it's the voltage. Voltage at each and every bus. Okay, when I'm talking about the X rating, it is the branches. So what are in the branches? You have two things in the branches mainly. One is the transmission line, other one is the transformer. Okay, when you just talk about branches, there are two things: transmission line and transformers. And when I go to the next voltage, it is talking about the buses. Okay, you should check what are all the voltage levels in each and every buses. Okay, so that is the one more thing you should always check into it. So that is inequality concept because I should be keeping it within plus or minus 5 to 10%. It should be plus or minus 5 to 10%. If I just could ask you a question, how the transformer is to be loaded, I'll just tell you later. So the keynote here, the time taken for the power system to transit from a normal state to an inextreme state is only a few seconds, but to bring back the power system to a normal state takes 2 to 3 days. Could you please go back to that previous slide? Here it is. See, you can see the normal. E is satisfied, I is satisfied. What about the alert? Alert is also E is satisfied and I is satisfied. Why it is an alert? Could anyone say what is the difference between normal and alert? Both you can see E is satisfied and I is satisfied. See, one thing is you are running in a normal condition that the first equality constraints are being satisfied. And when you are running in the alert condition, equality constraints are satisfied, but I don't. If you are lucky, you will be continuing in alert state. Okay, if you are lucky, you will be continuing until your power system is running. Okay, but if you are lucky, one of the generators goes wrong. Then the alert will go to emergency mode because you are in the border of it. You don't want any tolerance. So there comes normal means you have a contingency. Alert, you don't have the contingency. Okay, so in normal, I have two transformers, which is only 50% loaded. But in alert, I have one transformer, 100% loaded. If that transformer fails, then what is my state? My state is in blackout. Okay, so alert is without contingency, normal is with contingency. Okay, so both are same. So you don't want to operate always in alert because you doesn't know. You don't want to walk on a wall which is very thin because you doesn't know which side you will fall. Okay, so alert is the condition where you are in a danger. You could go to an emergency situation whenever you can go. Okay, so that is the emergency situation. So now you should know from normal to alert to emergency, it is taking only few seconds and it will take only few milliseconds to go to in extremes where the E is violated and I is violated. See the first condition emergency, only one thing is violated. What is that violated? The inequality constraints. What are those? That is in the branch. The transformer is overloaded or the transmission line is overloaded. Okay. So there, if it is overloaded, you just go to emergency condition. But in extremes, what is it overloaded? What is it violated? E is violated. So when it is equality constraints are violated, then it is an in extreme. That is the black code. Your generator frequency is violated. The frequency is 100 frequency. So at the time, E is also violated. It does not generate the power it is required. Okay. So these are the things which you should go check in the distributed systems. Okay. So the past 20 years, what do you think in India? There were only two blackouts for the past 20 years. So the India is normally operating in which mode? Normal mode. They have contingency. Okay, so normal mode. The two blackouts are in 2012, July 31,
We can
30 and
directly go
31.
to that part as well. That will give a better clarity.
Yeah. I should be, yeah. So now, how, I just show you the PDF later, okay? And we have a PDF. Okay, I'll just show this later. So how it was 30 years
Due to
back.
time constraint, you can directly do that as well.
Yes, yes. Yes, I'll just do it. Okay, this is just a part which is very important. They have to understand.
Yeah.
So how was it 30 years back? Okay, ma'am was telling about the best spinning reserves, everything. But 30 years back, the load is the only key factor which is changing. And the dispatch center cannot control the load, but the generators are intelligent governor. So it is very easy. As you think, it is automatically happening. Because only one factor is varying. What is the key factor varying? Load. Other things are remaining great. The source side, I can control. Okay, you have governors. So whenever the load increases, the frequency falls. Here, this frequency fall is very important. We see in the last slide. And the governors will automatically solve the issue by increasing the generation. Okay, so this is met. And nowadays, the power system is not simple and easily controlled due to its rising complexity. Why it is complex? I have got a country like India with 35% of renewable power producers, which are intermittent in nature. Okay, just know this word intermittent. Intermittent is they are not continuous. Okay, they are intermittent. So we encounter a situation like when the demand goes up in the evening, the solar is already out of generation on daily basis. So daily I have to face this problem. Daily solar goes out of generation. Now other sources have to ramp up. So when I just have solar, then I'm ramping up. When I just don't have solar, I'm ramping up the fossil fuels. Okay, to compensate the additional requirement. This creates a critical scenario on daily basis, which brings the need for spinning reserve. Okay, so now we come for the spinning reserve. So that is what we are talking about. All this is best. Okay, best is the best technology for spinning reserves. Okay, so the next slide. So now I'm sitting in load dispatch center. Okay. So the load dispatch center person doesn't know what is happening outside. Okay, he did not know. Why he should know? If there is an India cricket match, should he do something? Or if there is a train in one part of the city, he doesn't know to do anything. Public holidays, you will be sitting at home. Whatever you do, it's your wish. Okay, even in festivals. So all these things is not a problem for the load dispatch center because he doesn't know everything. He is in the load dispatch center and he knows when the load curve is going up and down. Okay. So upon that, what is beyond my control, I need some spinning reserve. Okay. This is beyond my control. I cannot go and say every person, please don't watch in individual places. Go and sit in one place and watch TV. Couldn't do that. So it is not possible. So what is that? I cannot control what is happening. Okay. So I need a spinning reserve. So explaining the spinning reserve. So what is the spinning reserve? I see. If I am a person who is running a family, I know how much money I have. I need for a month. Okay. But I don't know when my neighbor would buy a toy for my son. Okay, for their son. Suddenly my son asked me, I want the same toy. The next day I should buy the toy too. Okay. But I cannot say that I have it in my bank. I cannot go to the toy shop and say, I have it in the bank. What we should have, we should have hot cash in my purse. Okay. So that amount, I don't know how much. Okay, so that is what we need. The amount of spinning reserve that is needed for a country. How do we decide that? How do we decide that? Okay, so that is a real life example I just told you. If you have a hot cash, then it is like a spinning reserve. Okay, for example, if I have a generator, can I go and keep a generator? Okay, install a generator and say it is 500 megawatt generator. It will be acting as a spinning reserve. Fine. Okay. When the demand is rising, immediately can I switch on the generator? How long will it take? Can I switch on a generator of 500 megawatt?
We have a constraint to limit the time. Can you go to direction?
Yes, okay. So the generator cannot do that. Then there is a best which is responding in milliseconds. Okay, minus 100 megawatt to plus 100 megawatt. As she said, I just converted it to 500 megawatt because milliseconds you can ramp up the demand. Okay, you can just ramp it up in milliseconds. So what is percentage of spinning reserve needed is if your country is total demand is only 150 megawatt, it's a South African country where it is only 150 megawatt, then a single largest generator. So I just finished what is spinning reserve. Okay. So if it is a country, this 150 megawatt, then in that country I have a single generator, which is a single largest generator, which is generating 32 megawatt. Then, for example, if that generator goes off, then what is the requirement of the spinning reserve for me? It's 32. So it depends upon the country's requirement and the single largest generator. And one more thing is the rate at which the demand is changing. So the rate at which the demand is changing is it does not goes very high quickly and comes down very quickly until or unless we have one event. What is that event? Pan India lights off for 9 p.m. 9 minutes. Okay. How much do you think it went off? Just next slide. We finish it off. See? It's 115 megawatt was the usage during the COVID, but usually it was 120 gigawatt. Sorry, it's gigawatt, not megawatt. Okay, it's 120 usually, but during COVID it was 115 gigawatt, and it came down to 85 for the 9 minutes, and the total ramp was 30 gigawatt. So in some events it is 30 gigawatt. So what should be the India spinning reserve? At least 30 gigawatt. Okay. But unfortunately, India does not have any spinning reserve at the time. It was in 2020. Okay. The India doesn't have. So who did it? So we all had a generation unit which ramped down the power. And immediately, how did we maintain the frequency? That is, frequency was maintained at 0.5 hertz. Okay, so due to the time constraint, I'll just close it here. Okay. So the frequency, actually it was met by the next slide. Okay, it was met by the spinning wheels. Okay, that is the rotating generators. When you just ride a bike, what happens when you stop immediately? It won't stop. It will go to some distance and stop because your wheels are having the kinetic energy. That kinetic energy is supplied to the demand. Okay, so now this kinetic energy will reduce the frequency of a system so that all the generators will shut down due to under frequency. Okay.
Yes. It was great.
Anyway, thank you so much. I will let it. I'm not able to give you a lot of details. It was nice. Thank you.
That was a really a nice graph where we can see the light of event because of the spinning reserve we can able to meet the electric stability. It was great to have this session, and I do have a lot of questions. I hope people also ask the question, but still I wanted you to discuss personally with them on the lunch break or something, because now we have another session. We need to go forward with that. So before jumping into, I have some complete point where you can work as the academic things. You should see what is the CA guidelines requirement with respect to reactive power or real power, ramp up, ramp down, whether we are able to meet that and how this best market is going to help on that. So if you found a solution for this problem, you can be a entrepreneur in a near future. So that's what the problem which you can have, and you have an opportunity to work on this. So people can work on that, and you can make it better in the near future.
Okay.
So with that note, I'm just winding up with this session. Thank you all. Thank you for keeping it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your patience.
We'll have another session, then we'll have a break session. Bala,
Oh, yeah.
Next technical sessions, carbon footprint reduction through EV adoption.
Secret.
So I request Dr. Sangeeta, College of Engineering, Anna University, session coordinator to take over.
So good afternoon to all and all present here. So as begin with the as for the session three, we will focus on the discussion on carbon footprint reduction through EV adoption. So we have a distinguished speaker of the session, Dr. R. Vijay Rajeshwaran, Managing Director of VI Microsystems Private Limited. So he has over 39 years of experience in R&D production, marketing, and administration in the field of electronics and power systems. He has contributed and advanced IoT, AI and ML, power grid, and renewable energy systems. So he is also authored various publications in books and papers. So welcome you, sir. And we have a second speaker, Dr. S. Karthikeyan, Managing Director and CEO of the Next Electrical Private Limited, and he has been instrumental in shaping EV infrastructure in India. So with the focus on scalable and sustainable electrical mobility solutions, we are bringing up challenges like we are going to give an insight on the various technical and economic challenges in the EV infrastructures and how our policymakers and industries are going to collaborate to accelerate this transition. So welcome you, sir. On this, esteemed experts on board, and I welcome the moderator of the session, Dr. K. Manumala, Associate Professor of Anna University, to engage this insightful session. And without any delay, I hand over the session to Manumala. Thank you.
Thank you. One second, ma'am. I just, due to the paucity of time and then it's a constraint that it's already 2 now, and all the kids, I mean, all the children, they've been starving. So please make it short. Thank you so much.
So that's now. So you all are in hunger mode, but now we understand you all are in hunger mode. Okay, so now we are going to present 2 eminent persons. One is Saladoni, that is our VA Microsystems MD, Dr. Vijay Rajeshwaran, and another one is King Kohli. So a great rivalry in our match today, in our IPL match today. Okay. So they are going to, I don't know whether they are going to compliment or contradict each other. Now they are going to talk about, they are going to discuss about the advancements in e-vehicle and whether you, the younger generation, can adapt to it easily. Okay. So that they are going to discuss. First, I invite Dr. Vijay that as an industry person, in what way you are going to contribute to the e-vehicle technology. And I want to know whether you can make all these youngsters adapt to e-vehicle use. So what are the steps you are focusing on? So first, start.
Basically, we make technology. We don't, we are not in the commercial. This is more commercial. Like, I make a lot of training equipment for a platform for research. We have a lot of components. The full laboratory of EV, starting with the 2-wheeler, 3-wheeler, and 4-wheeler. We have an individual component testing trainer or testing platform, like so all this can be training the students or researchers who can do that. Then another component is the system to be active. So we do them. We implement to APJ or we have a lot of chips are coming up. A lot of the big market for the system. So everybody is introducing. We also have a trainer based on that. Then we also make a trainer for imported which are very management. Then we also have the main component is the charger. We have LLC with the charging. So it's all designed and we are deploying it to the students and for the experimentation or the research. The next point is we also combine with the Siemens product and software like NX. So you can design your body. Right, then you can take it to the handshake. Another software with very powerful software. Most of them Android. So you can do the complete testing of it. When you do the testing, it will be very useful for experimenting every colleges and set up a good data. So we are also sitting in the
And we also will pick a lot of researchers to work on like APOC, EDC. So that's a background of that.
Okay, sir. So now time for our King Kohli. Okay, so Sir is going to discuss about the opportunities in e-vehicle because he is a businessman and he wants everything to be successful. That's what the mantra of him. He wants everything to be commercially viable. Okay. So he is going to give a talk on how we can make it viable. That's it.
சரிதா வணக்கம். ஸோ எனக்கும் பசிக்குது, அதனால சீக்கிரமா முடிச்சிடுறேன். சரியா? ஸோ we talk about contribution of electric vehicle. மேம் கேட்டார் எத்தனை பேர் EV வச்சிருக்கீங்க? இதுதான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் லெவல் கான்ட்ரிபியூஷன். முதல்ல நம்ம கார் வாங்கணும், அந்த பைக் வாங்கணும், அதுக்கப்புறம் டெவலப் பண்றதை பத்தி பேசணும். சரியா? ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட்டை நீங்க வாங்குற வரைக்கும் அதை பத்தி பிபிடிலோ பிரசன்டேஷன்லயோ பேசினா வயபிளா இருக்கு. ஒரு சப்போர்ட் நம்ம பண்றோம்னா முதல்ல நம்ம போகணும். When I went to EV charging, if I go in a petrol vehicle, who will respect me? எனக்கு என் ப்ராடக்ட் மேல எனக்கே நம்பிக்கை இல்லைன்னா அப்புறம் எப்ப இன்னொருத்த வாங்குவோம்.
But they need a royalty like the look and get and sound.
நாய்ஸ் பொல்யூஷனை போறதுன்னா எனக்கு வீட்லயே போகும். திருப்பி டப 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 டபன்னு சவுண்ட் வடிக்கிறதுக்கு. ஸோ இட்ஸ் வெரி சிம்பிள். How Tesla has
Sir, actually, we did some survey. And the survey, some 35% students, we are not interested to purchase EV. They told the same reason. Because we had a practice that our students had a practice that.
அது என்ன தெரியுமா? அந்த டைப்ல போய் தான் எங்க பசங்க எப்படி ஓட்டுவாங்க. நாங்க லக்கேஜ் ஓட்ட போறோம், நாங்க யாரை வச்சு ஓட்டுவோமோ அதுக்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி கொடுக்கணும். நீங்க வந்து லக்கேஜ் வச்சு போடுற மாதிரி ஸ்கூட்டி கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா எப்படி ஒர்க் அவுட் ஆகும். ஸோ இவ்வளவுதான் பாயிண்ட். அண்ட் ஐ எம் நாட் அ பைக் கை, நம்ம கார் கை. ஸோ அதனால எனக்கு I don't have any interest on bikes. So எனக்கு அதை பத்தி தெரியல. பட் கார் செக்மெண்ட்ஸ் நல்லா இருக்கு. ஸோ இன்னைக்கு லக்ஸரி கார்ஸ்ல இருக்கட்டும், போர்ஷே இருக்கட்டும், ஆடி இருக்கட்டும், ஸோ எல்லாருமே வந்துட்டு இருக்காங்க. See, you know what is the industry power? Tesla, right? Everyone talks about Tesla. Electric. Tesla is agree, he is a pioneer. But you know the technology. Tesla has their own connectors. Okay, but the moment when Daimler and Volkswagen decided to enter into electric, they designed a combination, a combined charging system, CCS2, and they forced Tesla to design the cars in CCS2. So this is the power of industry players. You may be the pioneer, you may be the first person, but you have to go with the industry, with the veterans. So இப்ப சார் சொன்ன மாதிரி சார் வந்து ரொம்ப நாளா இருந்திருக்கிறாங்க. அவங்க மீறி நாங்க பண்ண முடியாது. பட் தே ஹாவ் டு டிசைன் த ஃபீல்ட். பட் அந்த ஃபீல்டு வந்து இன்னைக்கு சிச்சுவேஷனுக்கு யூஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கும். See, you can see lot of cars in auto shows, crazy cars, பயங்கரமா இருக்கும். But when the car is launched to the public, அது ஒண்ணுமே இல்லை. ஏன்னா R&Dக்கு பட்ஜெட் கிடையாது. ஆனா கமர்ஷியல் வெஹிக்கிளுக்கு பட்ஜெட் இருக்கு. மாருதி சுசுகி வேகனாரை போயிட்டு 20 லட்சத்துக்கு கொடுத்தா யாரும் வாங்க மாட்டேங்கிறாங்க. ஸோ சேம் கான்செப்ட். அண்ட் we are in India. End of the day, I am also an Indian. I want to keep elephant as a pet, and I will feed only peanuts. This is what everyone is expecting. I also expect the same. So அதை நான் எப்படி மேனேஜ் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்றத பார்க்கும்போது யாருக்கிட்டையும் இல்லாத ஒரு விஷயம் நம்ம கிட்ட இருக்கணும். இப்போ இன்னைக்கு எலக்ட்ரிக் வெஹிக்கிள் வாங்கின ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ப்ரையாரிட்டி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சோஷியல் ஸ்டேட்டஸ். ஏன்னா அதுல கிரீன் கலர் நம்பர் பிளேட், எலக்ட்ரிக் கார்னு எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும். ஓகே, கவர்மெண்ட் நம்மளை பத்தி நல்லா தெரியும். அதனால கிரீன் கலர் நம்பர் பிளேட் ஒன்று தனியாக இருக்கும். அந்த நம்பர் பிளேட்டுக்காக வாங்கின குரூப் அதிகம். ஓகே, அண்ட் செகண்டரி காஸ்ட் எஃபெக்டிவ். ஓகே, ஸோ when it goes for cost effective, it is good for everyone. ஸோ இந்த ரெண்டு விஷயம் வந்து நமக்கு யூஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கும். இன்னொரு விஷயம் இதுல வந்து இன்னும் நெக்ஸ்ட் ஐ எம் டாக்கிங் அபவுட் தி நெக்ஸ்ட் லெவல் ஆஃப் எலக்ட்ரிக் வெஹிக்கிள் டெக்னாலஜி. நவ் we are into grid to vehicle. I think in US எல்லாம் vehicle to load போயிருக்கு. இன்னைக்கு it will be a part-time job. It will be a part-time job for Indians, especially who works in IT companies. ஏன்னா என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா ஐடி கம்பெனில மேண்டேட் ஃப்ரீ சார்ஜிங் கொடுப்பாங்க. நம்ம ஆளுக்கு என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா இன்னும் கொஞ்ச நாள் அது நடக்கும். என்னன்னா வெஹிக்கிள் எல்லாம் நம்ம வந்து சார்ஜ் பண்ணிடுவோம் ஐடி கம்பெனில. நைட்டு வீட்டில் வந்து அதே பவர் யூஸ் பண்ணி வீட்டில் சார்ஜ் பண்ணுவோம், வீட்டுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். தட் இஸ் கால்ட் வெஹிக்கிள் டு லோட். உங்களுக்கு புரியுற மாதிரி சொல்றேன். ஏன்னா இது வந்து ஒரு பார்ட் டைம் ஜாபா மாறும். அப்படின்றது தான் எங்களுக்கு. ஏன்னா கவர்மெண்ட்டாக கேட்டர் பண்ண முடியாது இவ்வளவு பெரிய பவர். இன்னைக்கு எத்தனை பேர் வீட்டுல ஏசிட்டு இருப்பாங்க சொல்லுங்க பாருங்க. லாஸ்ட் சம்மர்ல கூட நிறைய இருப்பாங்க. நினைச்சு பாருங்க, ஒரு வீட்லயும் பவர் லோடு வந்து 3 கிலோவாட் தான். பட் நாங்க கொடுக்குற சார்ஜர் ஹோம் சார்ஜரே 7 கிலோவாட். ஸோ ஒரு வீட்டோட பவர் டபுளா ஒரு சின்ன சார்ஜர்ல கொடுக்கும். அப்படி இருக்கும்போது ஸோ தட் இஸ் லாட் கவர்மெண்ட் ஹேஸ் டு மீட் திஸ் இன்ஃப்ராஸ்ட்ரக்சர். ஸோ இதுல எங்க வயபிலிட்டி இருக்குன்னா, யூ ஹேவ் லாட் ஆஃப் ஜாப் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ், யூ ஹேவ் லாட் ஆஃப் R&D exposures which is good for business. ஸோ எங்களுக்கு நீங்க என்ன ப்ராடக்ட்ல கான்சென்ட்ரேட் பண்ணணும், எங்களோட சேலஞ்சஸ்ல மீட் பண்ற மாதிரி ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட் டிசைன் பண்ணணும். நீங்க ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட் டிசைன் பண்ணிட்டு இதுக்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி நீங்க பிசினஸ் பண்ணுங்கன்னா நாங்க பண்ண மாட்டோம். ஓகே, ஸோ எண்ட் ஆஃப் தி டே R&D நீங்க பண்ற விஷயம் வந்து மார்க்கெட்டுக்கு வரணுமா இல்லையான்னு டிசைட் பண்றது கார்ப்பரேட்ஸ் அண்ட் கம்பெனிஸ் who are your buyers. ஸோ பயர்ஸ் நாங்க பண்ணுறது எனக்கு இந்தியாவில் அவ்வளோ மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் யூனிட், பட் எவ்ரி ஒன் இஸ் எக்ஸ்போர்ட்டிங் or they will sell it to someone else. Even I don't want a manufacturing, I just prefer manufacturing. Okay, ஏன்னா அந்த கம்பெனிக்கு அவர் எப்படி மேனுஃபேக்சர் பண்றாரு ஏன்னா மார்க்கெட் பண்ண தெரியும். So now I taken over that company and we are supplying that company products to other people, and now it is my own technology and அதை டெவலப் பண்ணிட்டோம். நாங்கள் எங்களுக்கு என்ன தேவையோ அதுக்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி மாற்றி நாங்கள் டெவலப் பண்ணுறோம். நமக்கு என்ன தேவையோ அதை கொடுக்கணும். And we are becoming lazy. So because we want to be everything in this phone, and electric cars is also like phone. There is no privacy. Because sitting here, I can watch where is my car. So நான் என் டிரைவர் எங்க போறான்னு பாக்குறேன் போது நான் எங்க போறேன்னு ஒருத்தன் பாத்துக்கலாம். So it's very simple. There is no privacy. It's just like a big size mobile. அதனாலதான் வந்து ஆட்டோமொபைல் ஃபீல்டு வராது, அப்ளையன்ஸ் ஃபீல்டு தான் வராங்க. Xiaomi வராங்க, ஆப்பிள் வராங்க. So all appliance companies are entering into EV because EV is a kind of an automobile appliance. It is not a pure vehicle. So it is not related to automobile and it relates to various technologies because electric vehicle directly relates to energy which comes in electric. It is directly goes to automobile which is in vehicle and it is goes for marketing. Marketing can do MBA graduate and it goes with AI. I need a software guy. So இது வந்து co-relatedா எல்லாமே இருக்கும். So it is not only good for electric மட்டும்தான் இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னு. Because in our company itself, we need to analyze the charging station, we need to find a place. Like location scouting for us, who is good in this. And we want to build a canopy structure to the industry norms for for architect, civil engineer. And for this, I need a proper wiring, I need an electrical engineer for this. So, and safety precautions, I need a safety engineer for this. So, இது எல்லாமே எங்களுக்கு தேவைப்படும். So, இது வந்து ஒரு combinational thing. It is not only related to electric. எல்லாருமே EV தான் electric field பத்தி தான் பேசணும். Electrical department தான் பார்க்கணும். IT department is completely rely on electric. So, ஏன்னா இங்க அதே மாதிரி electrical department is already infused. ஏன்னா முன்னாடி வந்து நீங்க ஒரு சிப்போ இதுவோ டிசைன் பண்ணிடலாம். நீங்க அந்த சிப்புக்குள்ளேயே AI வைக்க முடியாது. So, you need to infuse your software into your hardware. Last 10 years back, hardware and software are different. நீங்க ரெண்டுமே ஒன்னாயிடுச்சு. So infuse ஆயிடுச்சு, மார்க்கெட் டெவலப் ஆயிடுச்சு, எமர்ஜ் ஆயிடுச்சு. ஓகே, ஸோ அன்னைக்கு போட்ட ப்ரொஜெக்ஷன்ஸ் படி பண்ண முடியாது. See, one of my friend, I don't want to name the company in the public forum. So he is a chief engineer of chief architect engineer for a vehicle company. Okay, he done automobile. அவனோட ஸ்ட்ராங் இன்ஜின் டிசைன், அவன் டிசைன் பண்ண இன்ஜின் வந்து இன்னைக்கு வேர்ல்டுக்குள்ள ஓடிடும். ஆனா இன்னைக்கு அவன் உட்காந்து கிளாஸ் படிச்சு ஏன் அந்த கம்பெனி இன்ஜினை ஸ்டாப் பண்ணி எலக்ட்ரிக் கம்பெனி. ஓகே, அவன் பையன் இந்த பக்கம் படிக்கிறான், அவன் இந்த பக்கம் படிச்சிருக்கான். So in that situation, so we need to go with the market. Okay, so இன்னைக்கு நினைச்சு பாருங்க, Volkswagen is very strong in engines. Lamborghini நீங்க சொல்றாங்க டப்பு டப்பு சவுண்ட் வருது, சவுண்ட் வர காரணம் வந்து இன்ஜின்ல தான் அவங்க ஃபேமஸ். But they also moved into it because the push of the Rolls-Royce Spectre. So Rolls-Royce Spectre the Phantomல போனாலும் Rolls-Royce எதுல போனாலும் Rolls-Royce the electric car இருந்தாலும் சரி இதுவா இருந்தாலும். So once electric வரல அப்படின்னா they have to go for IC engine. இப்போ அவங்களே மூவ் ஆயிருக்காங்க. ஒரு லக்ஸரி பிராண்டே வந்து they have their own market. Okay, always Rolls-Royce has their own market. There is no point of shifting them into electric. But அவங்க மூவ் ஆயிருக்காங்கன்னா there is a push from the society. Okay, so we are all talking because of a push from the society towards sustainability, towards eco-friendly, towards recycling. ஸோ நமக்கு தெரிஞ்சிச்சு நம்ம நிறைய வீணாக்கிட்டோம், கொலாப்ஸ் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கோம். ஸோ அதை சரி பண்றதுக்கு என்னென்னலாம் பண்ணலாம், பட் அது சரியாகிறதுக்கு ஒரே நாள் ஆகுது. It will take more time.
About the government. Now I request Dr. Urbanization sir. Sir, can you please list out? Let us go to the rapid fire mode because we are running short of time. So you please list out 3 challenges associated with this EV.
Maybe now, like
Sir,
the once upon a time that the computer industry has to be with India, will not be because the R&D were not focused properly. The same thing when I happened in India also. So what we have to do is, I think as a student, there are a lot of students which have a lot of aptitude for doing high research on this. There are a lot of research from like BTC, KFC, and even LLC. LLC is a charger for him. The thousands of papers from Chinese, but we don't, our papers are very less. So we should concentrate more on that so that our technology also, we also technology that can develop. Now I think mostly around more than 60% of the manufacturing has gone to Chinese. So to overcome that, we have to do a lot of R&D. We have to focus the college and the student also should have a lot of aptitude. Instead of going for a money orientation job, so we should go for an aptitude based this one, so that we can overcome this. We have a more product or more technology can be developed in this field to address this field.
again, sir. Next one, a request for you. Today night, after the IPL match ends, all are going to publish a statement. Okay. So what I am requesting from you is, they all are going to publish a status with either signing like this after victory, or maybe King Kohli with an aggressive voice like that. Okay. So what I want is, all the students who have attended the meeting today, should give a status indicating the option for moving to an electric vehicle. They can keep the story of their favorite player, but it should be with an EV. So please, can you give an inspiration in that?
நான் என்ன சொல்லணும்னு எனக்கு தெரியும். அதனாலதான், ஏன்னா என் சார்ஜர் கர்நாடகாலயும் இருக்கு, என் சார்ஜர் தமிழ்நாட்டிலும் இருக்கு. அதனால எனக்கு
Whoever is the winner, that winner may be Taradoni or King Kohli. They should have a e-vehicle near.
அதாவது தோனி வச்சு ஓகே. ஸோ வி இந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பேட்ச் நாங்கள் எல்லாரும் ஒன்றா தான். கோலி சாரும் வந்து ஐ திங்க் இஸ் ஹேவிங் ஆடி இன்ஸ்டான்ஸ். ஓகே, இன்னைக்கு எல்லாருமே வந்து ஈவில தான் வச்சு அண்ட் நீட் ரிமன் ஆல்வேஸ் இந்தி எக்ஸ்பெக்ட். இப்போ அது போகலன்னா அது கார் எக்ஸ்பிரஸ். ஸோ வி சப்ளைட் ஆர் சார்ஜஸ். ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் வாட் we are, and we have our charges in Cosmopolitan இன்னொரு கிளப். ஸோ அதனால அது பிரச்சனை. இங்க பசங்க என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க அப்படின்றது ஸ்டேட்டஸ் வைக்கிறது, அது அவங்களுக்கு பிடிச்சிருந்தா வைப்பாங்க. ஸோ ஐ டோன்ட் வாண்ட் டு இன்ஃப்ளூயன்ஸ் எனி. அவங்க என்ன வைக்கிறாங்களோ வைக்கட்டும். இவி சைடு என்ன பண்றீங்க அப்படின்னா, இனிமேல் இவி வாங்குறதுக்கு ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க. அண்ட் இவி ரிலேட்டடா என்னென்னலாம் உங்களுக்கு டவுட்ஸ் இருக்கோ, யூ கேன் சர்ச் இன் இன்டர்நெட் and potential viability check. See, when you are thinking about some new technology, existing technology will be more fun. See, instead of going behind a new one, ஏன்னா நம்ம வரவங்களுக்கு புதுசாக ஒன்று கண்டுபிடிச்சி நான் சொல்றது போயிட்டேன், நான் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பண்ணிருக்கேன். அதனால வந்துட்டு எப்பயுமே ஒரு ஆளுக்கு மேண்டேட் வந்தாலும் அருமையான ஒரு விஷயத்த முன்னாடியே கொண்டு போய் கொடுத்தோம்னா அது அருமை தெரியாது. அப்படி போன கம்பெனிஸ் தான் இந்தியா விட்டாரு. நிறைய டெக்னாலஜி வெளியில இருந்து வருதுன்னா, nobody has addressed their technology because we are facing the same thing. Now the government has moved into different level. When you are I mean, நான் காலேஜ்ல இருக்கும்போது எனக்கு வந்து இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு போர்டோ ஒரு ஆப்ஷன்ஸோ கிடையாது. எங்களுக்கு என்ன மிஞ்சி போனா ஒரு செமினார் நடக்கும், அதுல ஒரு 10 பேர் வந்து பேசுவாங்க. இது ஏபிபிடியை காட்டுவோம், அந்த ஸ்லைடை படிப்போம், அதுக்கு கொஸ்டின் கேட்பாங்க. அது என்ன கொஸ்டின் வரும்னு எங்களுக்கு தெரியும், அதுக்கு என்ன பதில் சொல்லணும்னு எங்களுக்கு தெரியும். அதுல ஒரு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ப்ரைஸ் செகண்ட் ப்ரைஸ் போட்டு வந்துருவோம். கடைசியா அந்த செமினார் நான் பிரசன்ட் பண்ண கேரக்டர் லைவ்ல வந்துச்சா அப்படின்னு கேட்டா வராது. ஏன்னா Again, I come with
Sir, currently this session is going in well. Otherwise, sir, அடையது
So,
சொல்றாரு.
அதனால இப்ப வந்து இன்னைக்கு இண்டஸ்ட்ரி பிளேயரை கூட்டு பேச வைக்கிறாங்கல்ல அந்த growth வந்துருக்கு. Okay, so the institution should always go with industry, and industry will always support to the institution. So this is what is required. Okay, உங்களுக்கு இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில என்னென்ன ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்கோ அதை நீங்க அட்ரஸ் பண்ண டெக்னாலஜி கண்டுபிடிக்கணும் because we are a business guys, we don't want to spend in R&D. So if you spend in R&D which is helpful for my business, I'll produce. So நீங்க அதுக்கான R&Dல அதுக்கான இன்னோவேஷன்ஸ்ல அதுக்கான டெக்னாலஜில நீங்க ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணீங்கன்னா it will be good because we are not keen towards the technology. நீங்க ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட்டை பண்ணி லைவ் பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா அதுக்கான அடுத்த ஃபினான்ஷியல் சப்போர்ட்டோ அடுத்த ஜாப் செக்யூரிட்டியோ வாட் எவர் இட் இஸ் we are ready because for us it is a business. So for us you are saving some cost, you are infusing some new technology, so it will be helpful for you. So this is how we are looking from students.
Sir, Urbanization, sir, last few minutes, okay? So I will give you 1.5 minutes, sir. So you have to tell whether this EV adoption will reduce carbon emission. So can you say a few words? Please, with this we can conclude.
Definitely because of the reduction in carbon, but only they are introducing EV vehicles. So we are completely changing the electrical, even big truck or GCP, everything they are trying to make it electrical based, motor based. So they're changing from IC engine to electrical vehicle. So definitely it will reduce.
Karthikeyan, sir, can you give some idea for the students to some enthusiastic note as a final conclusion so that they all can start a start? Because you are into that mode. So please encourage our students first.
See, I always support startups because I'm also a so when I startup startup. So startups level என்ன ஒரு plus கிடைக்கும்னா you can give jobs to everyone, and moreover you have to work for others because இன்னைக்கு நான் வேலை செய்யறேன்னா என்னோட எம்ப்ளாயிஸ்க்கும் சேர்த்து நான் வேலை செய்யறேன். ஏன்னா நான் சம்பளம் தரேன்னா அவங்க ஃபேமிலி போகும். ஸோ நான் என் ஃபேமிலிக்கு சம்பாதிக்கிறத விட அவங்க ஃபேமிலிக்கு சம்பாதிக்கிறேன். இதை மட்டும் நீங்க மைண்ட்ல வச்சுக்கிட்டு ஒரு ஸ்டார்ட் ஆரம்பிச்சீங்கன்னா நல்லா இருக்கும். ஸோ இன்ஸ்டெட் ஆஃப் கோயிங் ஃபார் ஃபண்ட் ரைசிங், கோ ஃபார் ஃபண்ட் மேக்கிங். Okay, when you are into fund making, automatically your funds will be raised. So fundraising is a different game. First, before that, you should target on fund making, which is on your business line. நீங்க என்ன பிசினஸ் பண்ணணும்ன்றதை சூஸ் பண்ணீங்க, அந்த ஃபீல்ட் படி போயிடுங்க. உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்ச பிசினஸா பண்ணுங்க அவ்வளவு. ஏன்னா பிசினஸ் ஆரம்பிக்கிறதே பிடிச்ச வேலை கிடைக்கணும், அதுதான் பேசணும். ஸோ அதனால அது நம்ம பண்ணிக்கணும்.
Will you suggest them to focus on will you suggest our participants to move towards charging station or move towards vehicle? Which one will give benefits?
ரெண்டுமே பெனிஃபிட் தான். ஸோ we have fourth largest automobile maker in India. இன்னைக்கு வேர்ல்டுல இருக்கிற எல்லா கம்பெனியும் அவங்க பிராண்டை இன்னைக்கு கொண்டு வந்து சேல் பண்றாங்க பிகாஸ் த செல்லிங் ஆஃப் த வெஹிக்கல் இஸ் வெரி ஹை. யூட்டிலைசேஷன்ஸ் இன்னைக்கு எல்லாருமே 2 காராக இருக்கும் மினிமம். கார் பார்க்கிங் இருக்கோ இல்லையோ கார். ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் வாட் வி ஆர். And vehicle making is a very good technology because you can join hands and it is a new technology. Charging income is a recurring income. Car வாங்கிட்டா அவங்க லைஃப் டைம்க்கு சார்ஜிங் ஸ்டேஷனுக்கு வந்துதான். ஸோ இன்னைக்கு எப்படி பெட்ரோல் பங்க் நீங்க கார் வாங்கினாலும் டெய்லி பெட்ரோல் பங்க் போவீங்க. கார் வாங்க ஒரு தடவை ஷோரூம் போவீங்க, ஆனா பெட்ரோல் பங்க் டெய்லி போவீங்க. It depends on you guys how you are choosing because based on your capital investment and technology, if you have good technology in charging infra, go for charging infra. If you have good rapport on your vehicle manufacturing units, நல்ல capex இருக்கு, நல்ல ஒரு investments இருக்குன்னா you can start into this vehicle. நீங்க ரெண்டுமே equal and good opportunity because it is the initial support for decarbonization. So pollution இன்னைக்கு electric vehicles வந்து we are saving pollutions from emission as well as transition. So transmission இருக்கிற லாஸும் போயிடும். ஏன்னா கோல் பவர் நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம். When you are using green energy, so you are saving coal burning. When you are into charging, coal burning save ஆகும். When you are into automobile, அந்த noise pollution emission save ஆகும். So obviously ரெண்டுமே decarbonization தான். vehicle charging இருக்கட்டும் அதுல எது அவங்க சூஸ் பண்றாங்கன்றது நல்லதுதான். இனிமேல் ஃபியூச்சர்ல சார்ஜிங் ஸ்டேஷன்ஸ் தான் பெட்ரோல் பங்க் இருக்கு. ஏன்னா 2040ல இவ்வளவு ஐசி கார் இருக்கும் யாராலையும் கேரண்டியா சொல்ல முடியாது. பட் 2040ல இவ்வளவு இவி கார்ஸ் இருக்கும், இவி கார்ஸ் இனிமேல் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகுன்றத கான்ஃபிடன்ஸா சொல்லுங்க. So the world is moving towards electric because there are some options. I agree, there are options, but this is on priority. All the corporates, all the ESG compliance, government mandates, எல்லாமே வந்து the sustainability and climate change தான் போயிட்டு. So அதனால அந்த climate changeங்கிற ஒரு கான்செப்டை பேஸ் பண்ணி பார்க்கும்போது EV is a better business space for all future.
But before conclusion, Karthikeyan, can you little brief about your because the company, because we have 30 institutions participating here, and people are watching in the live also. Little brief within a minute about your setup, what we had in Dr. NGR University, so that will be helpful for the people. They will come back to you. They want to set up a EV charging station without investment. That is the catchy point. That you can just yes sir. Yes, okay.
The charging stations that definitely may be growing, but the new technology like gallium nitride, switching at 4 megahertz, the charging station will be very small, so they will put it in the car itself. So that time the charging may not be needed at all. That's a small threat for this business. Yes.
Thank you, sir, for the info. Again, sir.
So we Relax Electric, EV charger infrastructure management company. I'm a board member in National Highways, and we are the only company operating in toll plazas, and we are investing our chargers on my own investments, on our own investments. So we set up chargers. We taken this initiative from NGR University. So we has done our own charging station and zero investment on NGR University, where it will support to the students, and the students they know about what is charging, and I think they can see the number of cars in this, because people will say that there is no electric cars, but when we put a charger, the charger is always moving. I think around 12 hours to 15 hours, the charger is continuously running. Yeah, because again, so that is on social media. So nobody is seeing that charging station boardings and all. Now everything is an app. So the moment it is published in social media and Google optimization is done, automatically people will come. So this is how we are, and we are also closely working. We are officially supplying our chargers to BYD. So you know about BYD in EV space, so I don't want to comment on anything. We are the official supplier for BYD home charger in across India, and we are also supplying their discussing on fast chargers to supply, and also we are supplying to a couple of other OEMs also as strategic partners. So this is how we are. And we are also giving an invite to college. They can approach us. So we will invest on this charging infra with your college in your campus. It will be a green initiative more for everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Superb initiative by DM Ecosystems and Blends. So participants, you can contact them for any support of infrastructure in your institution. Okay. So now it's time for strategic time out. Let us fuel ourselves first, then for the next brainstorm. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, so we have a photo session. So the participants who are in the live will have a break for 30 minutes. I request all the online participants also join break 2:45. So you can take lunch. Offline participants also by 2:45, so that we can continue with all other sessions. Yes, sir, please. Hey, live off until off until போடாங்க கட் பண்ணிட்டு செல்வராஜ் சார் அந்த இதுல போட்டுருங்க. We are closing the live now. Again, we will open by 2:45. 2:45.